everyone, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we happen to help you find the beauty in all things. We are now in the month of September. I don't even know how fast August went. It just breezed by us with so many different things. But now that we're in the month of September, just a quick update about all the things that are going to be taking place. I'm sure all of you guys know about the big ones. Obviously today, on the very first day of September, where we're experiencing a beautiful energy of our Uranus going retrograde for the remainder of the year. We have Pluto, who's traveled back up into Capricorn, and we're going to be experiencing the moon shift into Virgo, getting us prepared for the Virgo new moon on Monday, which also happens to be Labor Day. So for those of you guys that get the benefit of not having to go to work, then I hope you guys enjoy your day. And for those of you guys that are having to work, we appreciate all the things that you bring to the rest of us in commerce and everything else that it is that we're working on. So thank you for having to endure that. Woo! So with all of these different changes, there could be multiple reports about the individual components, about what the unique aspects are for each of those different transits. However, it is going to open up the conversation for all of us. I started to talk about this on the Faceplace about 3 days ago, and just letting people know that the biggest portion for this upcoming season for all of us, all signs, all have to deal with the fact that we have preparation to do, creating lists, checking them, and doing all the things that are required for getting yourself ready for the remainder of the year is going to be extremely critical. Virgo season is going to want to honor the energy of your health, as it's the natural ruler of the 6th house. It's going to want to honor preparation, lists, to-do lists, and I know that some people don't like to do them, but really what it boils down to, especially with Pluto going back up into Capricorn, for the next, little bit until October the 11th, is the fact that there's some reviewing of some things that have been going on with you, especially from a 16-year perspective when Pluto first went into the sign, giving yourself credit for those major leaps that you've taken, and then giving you the opportunity to make some little tweaks if that's what it is that you need to be able to do. So all of us in general are going to be asked to take stock of our achievements, and knowing that other things are getting ready to take place and changes for us, that's going to be what it is. But you do need to be able to honor those parts of you that have really tremendously grown in your own personal philosophies, relationships, all the different types of things that are going on. So I invite you guys to make sure that you're continuing to watch the daily transits, where I break down each of the astrological components of it, usually from a day-to-day perspective. But what I wanted to do here today is, because we have so many changes that are coming here in the month of September, we obviously have the new moon, so that takes us into some energy coming up. We also are getting ready to experience the eclipse season on the 17th. So there's a lot of other things that are getting ready to take place, which is, again, one of the reasons why you need to be doing things in smaller bite-sized chunks. It doesn't mean that you can't go ham and think about all the big things that you want to be able to express as it's coming up, but it does mean that you need to give yourself the opportunity to sort of think about those things. The other energy with what Virgo is going to do is it's going to have us being in this energy of groundedness, if you will. So there will be some times that you're going to need to slow down in your activity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a general for everybody, okay, based on the energy of the month, and then timestamps are going to be for each of the individual zodiacs. Now, you guys know that tarot is astrology, astrology is tarot, but we're going to focus these readings on basically the overall general theme of sort of what's coming in for the month. And then when I get into the individual tarot pieces, of course, you can always go back and pay attention to your sun, your moon, your rising, or anywhere else you have major placements. Pluto is going to be an important one for you to take a look at. Uranus, with it going retrograde, is going to be something you want to take a look at. It happens every single year, and it will be there until January and some change. But the beneficial thing about Uranus is that it's asking you to be an independent soldier. It's asking you to be authentic. It's asking you to be unique in whatever it is that you have about yourself. And so when you blend all those things together, we have yet another opportunity to sort of jump into the requirements for what it is that you on your own spiritual path or whatever else it is that you have going on in life. And of course, the card that comes up for all of us in energy is the dreams card. So it is asking you to continue on with whatever your dreams are. So the theme for everyone is to make sure that you are putting energy into believing in yourself, believing in your dreams, believing in the things that you want to be able to continue to work through. And of course, the whole world is going to be going through the same shifts and changes at the same time. So you have to give yourself some ease and grace and allow yourself. So if you do things in smaller bite-sized chunks for the remainder of this month, especially before we get towards the eclipse, and you put together lists, and it doesn't have to be ginormous. If you got 15 things that need to get done for you to focus on your dream, then make sure you're just putting it in bite-sized chunks. But we're going to do it weekly because next week is going to have a different energy towards it. Every week we've got 5 weeks. The last week only has a couple of days in it, but still there's significant energies for what's getting ready to take place. So we're just going to go ahead, and I do want to jump into sort of each of the astrology, and we're just going to take it in order. Okay, and I'm going to talk to you about the major placements of where some activations are going to be taking place for each of the houses, especially from the perspective of the new moon. Of course, if you're watching different astrologers, you're going to get perhaps a different take on the house. And the houses are going to be broken down for most people when it comes to the major themes of where the planets are at, and that's obviously how it works. But sometimes you get the energy of the activation of money, resources, love, all those different types of things. You do need to know a little bit about your chart, but I'm just going to basically do general, and we're going to talk about the activation from where it starts us off here in this first week of the month. And we're just going to go ahead and jump in. Not going to do any cuts, not going to do any edits. It's going to be what it is, guys. But we're going to go ahead and start off with Aries. And I'm going to mark the timer here. And let's start off with Aries. Aries, the energy for you with this new moon activation is going to have everything to do with you changing routines because you're in the natural 6th house of what's going to be taking place for you. So that means day-to-day routines. It's going to be everything from you focusing on what it is that you need to do differently in those day-to-day routines. And so pay attention to the Virgo placements that you have in your own personal birth chart. And so that you're going to look for planet Mercury. But what you are looking for here is wisdom. Okay, so we're looking at everything that will give you the opportunity to pay attention to what's going on with wisdom within yourself, getting greater insight into how it is that you can achieve those dreams with the day-to-day tweaks about things that you need to be able to do. So whether it's romantic changes that you're looking for, there could be some shifts. If it's financial requirements, that could have some things to do with your shifts. Obviously, social is going to be involved in that, but it's going to be important and it's going to be unique to every other person that is in the dealio here. We're going to pull in the inquiry from within just as a quick oracle, and then I'm going to pull a couple of tarot cards, and we're going to make sure that we are talking to you about that. So make space for it. If you want something specific to follow your dreams, to get into greater insight, there's no excuses. You have to be able to allow yourself to make tiny edits. Do something different than what you've been doing, even if you're doing a little entry points into some different things that are taking place for you, Aries, and that is going to allow you to get a little bit more out of the month. But that is what the Oracle energy is giving us. So I'm going to pull just a few cards for the energy of the week. And then we will clarify where we need to, and we'll cap it off with an energy oracle and also a, I just wanted to have my map show up here. So let me just take a look at what we've got going here on the map. Okay. We'll cap it off with a couple of different oracles to let you go through it. But let's first start off with our Aries sun, moon, and rising. You can cross watch. You'll be able to make the patterns work here for you. Okay. We have the energy of the Hierophant in the reverse position, so that is talking to us about not really sure where your commitments are going to be, and that's what the energy of the new moon is about. Whoops, we have one that's flipped over, so let me just go ahead and shuffle. That represents the energy of Taurus, okay? That represents the energy of your work, your money. Where are you not committing to things that potentially could change for you? The second one is the energy that you bring with this Prince of Wands in the reverse position, so that could be the Page. Where is it that you need to put a little bit more fire in your belly to make those changes take place? Obviously, when we have new moons, we do have a few different days to try to bring those things out. And I did say that some people would need to relax, but you're not going to get too much time involved in it, and you won't, because with the Eight of Swords in the reverse position, if you take a few days to give yourself, maybe it's just a day or two, but if you take some time within the day, you're going to need to think about what those projects are going to look like for you. That sixth house energy is going to directly relate to your second house of wealth and your 10th house of financial achievement as you continue to put energy and work into what it is that you're doing. So you definitely are going to want to make sure that you make a list, check it twice, okay? Let's grab another couple of tarot cards here and see what else we have for Aries. Yep. Now you go into the Princess of Discs, and this is exactly why, because it's going to affect your future resources. Sometimes people don't think about the sixth house as being a financial house, but it's this house that dictates how it is that you're going to move forward. So it's an important sort of a deal, which is why Virgo is an important deal for all of us when we get into that. Let's pull one more card. And we'll just have this one represent sort of like the weekend energy. I don't want to break it down to specific days of the week, although it will tend to look like that. And there it is. There's the Queen of Swords. Now, this is Libra energy, and so there is a main opposition that's going on with you. So one of the things that you have to take a look at when you're looking at astrology is the fact that the planets are going to have their unique conversations on their own. When we have the oppositions, and that's when I'm doing the daily transit, and it's that usually it's the big blue line with the map. It's an opposition, and you're always opposing what goes on with Libra. Libra is being balanced by Mama Venus in her natural house. So there will be a little bit of open energy for you, Aries, here, especially in this first week, but obviously it's going to continue on through a majority of the month. So there is there's an open opportunity for you to receive clarity, and part of that is due to the opposing energy that's coming in with Libra. Now, Libra's energy on its own, okay, which is what you're opposing, rules the 7th house naturally. So you have the energy of the 6th house, you have the energy of the 7th house, which are going to be activated for you when it comes towards this new moon energies. Now, relationships are ruled in this house, and so is the opportunity for resources also, especially if you're single or not in a committed relationship, because that 7th and the 10th have connection ability. Let's go ahead and just do some minor clarifications here. I want to hit the major arcanas in the readings today just to get a little bit more information. But the Hierophant in the reverse, the Prince of Wands in reverse, but then you go to the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is good. The Princess of Discs is in reverse, but then you get the Queen of Swords in the upright. Those are just the reminders. We are going to clarify the Hierophant here. To me, it just means that you're taking some time off of work and you're sort of reflecting a little bit, which is what we all need to do. But the universe is going to push you in the direction of, and I'll show you what's rooted here. We're going to go 3 cards on that Hierophant before we go into the oracles. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. The Fool in the energy, that's the Aquarian Uranus energy that comes into it. And then the 3rd card here on the Hierophant is now the Knight of Wands. So let's see if I can get my big fat hands to do this in a very appropriate way. The Hierophant, okay? Here's the reason why things are going on in a slowing down capacity. Because your resources are not balanced right now. Period. And in order for you to take advantage of all these different changes, the Fool only shows up when you're getting ready to receive the benefits. But this also means that there's something new that's on its way for you, or that you've been calling in. And with the Knight of Wands that's showing up here, we are talking about making sure that we're putting ourselves in a situation where we can move forward. That Knight of Wands energy, yeah, I just had to double check. I'm like, wait a minute, yeah. That Knight of Wands energy is the equivalent of Usually air, so there could be a lot of new thoughts that are on their way. It doesn't necessarily have to be Aquarius, but there's a lot of Aquarian energy in that, being authentic. And I want to remind you that Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, and so we're going backwards in retrograde to review something potentially that you have thought about, contemplated, so that you can start putting it into your awareness. So again, the planetary alignments that we're looking at here, there's a lot of Libra. There's a lot of Libra. But that Uranus energy, that Aquarian energy opening up, that Eight of Swords, that's here. You are going to definitely go through a shifting with that Eight of Swords to break the habit of what you may have been overthinking about. And that's a beautiful thing, because we all have a tendency to sometimes overthink things. And that Eight of Swords in reverse is about allowing you to release literally that Aquarian energy that's had you stuck. So perhaps, and I already do know this, that because Mercury and some other things were going on and you have all the energy of the T-squares that was hitting you, your August was just a hot mess, depending upon how it is that you're planning and moving within your energy. Here are the two energy cards that we have for Aries. The first one is the Woman with the Heart in reverse. So with regards to relationships, there looks like there could be some healing that's taking place for you or within your partnership. If there have been some bad energy or some bad blood, it looks like you're on your way. And one more time, you get the Journey card. So you definitely are coming into a position this month, for sure. This week, there's also going to be a lot of things. There could be some travel for some people as well, to try to get, shake off the old energy so that you can get back and buckle down. That's a beautiful energy on its own, because sometimes you need to just step away from your environment to bring in something different. All right. We're going to go in with an Earth Magic card here, and we're going to pull another Oracle just to see what we have for our Aries for this week. And then we're going to give you a separate astrology card that the universe is going to want you to pay attention to as far as the energy with where we're at for you this week. So we have two cards that came out. The first one is the Strength card, and the second one is Grounding. So the first energy here with the Mountain or Strength is, for some of you, you've been holding it down. The requirement, though, is to continue to make sure that you are grounding your energy in the way that is best for you. All of us find grounding energies different in our environments. Some people use water. Some people physically go outside. Some people need to exercise. Your grounding energy is going to be different. But what the cards together are saying is that you're going to find some strength when you take the time to actually ground your energy. Let's get your astrology, a support card this week. Hang on, I want to shuffle that. If it comes back out, then we will honor that. Just as another opportunity for a highlight for what you could be looking at either in your chart or taking on the archetype of what goes on within that energy. Excuse me. And what we have here is, we have the progressions, which is talking about the journey. So the biggest energy for you is knowing that you're in the right place at the right time, because if you were stuck, the progressions of what's taking place within the alignments is what's actually supporting you. So whatever is most important to you, make sure that you're tapping into those details on a daily basis, and we'll be able to, says the universe, to be able to assist you in doing the next thing that you want to be able to do. So we're going to put these down, and we're going to go ahead and jump into Taurus. Now, Taurus, as you know, Mama Venus is sitting in baby sister Libra's house right now. And that energy for you is very supportive for this entire month. Venus opening things up from a resource perspective, from a relationship perspective. But a lot of the focus for you is literally in the 7th house. So the 7th house energy that's showing up for you is going to have everything to do with your relationships. There's an opportunity for you to put energy into correcting any and all of them. Okay. So relationships don't just have to be committed relationships. They can be friendships, work relationships as well, friendships. It's just developing the nature of the relationships and making sure that you're doing your part, right? But because you are one of the fixed signs, you will have some energy that gets boosted with that Mama Venus to support you. And again, that 7th house will have some things to do with resources. So you're going to have to probably watch out for the fact that there could be some things that show up from a work perspective coming up that you may have to pay attention to. Okay, so let's grab your sacred geometry card here. And again, this is about focusing in on your dreams. And what we have here is the reflection card. This is for everyone, the dreams, and then the reflection card for Taurus, this labyrinth. So what this is indicating is that there's something else that you may need to navigate just a little bit differently, which is why I'm bringing up that 7th house activation from Spirit is talking to you about paying attention to where it is that you've been, okay, in relationships. Pay attention to what it is that you've gone through in relationships over this past little bit of time, but don't neglect the relationships that you have now, because there's something else potentially to be learned in what it is that you can experience and grab. Now, there's a few signs. We've been talking about the cardinal signs really being affected because of some of these different changes: Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. But the fixed signs also have their main points. All of us do. And if you're not one of those, you're a mutable sign: Pisces, Gemini, Sagittarius energy coming in. It wants to be this one, but I'm going to put these ones back at the bottom. All of us are going to be affected. You cannot be in this energy without it being affected. So here's the cards that we have here. Thank you. What we have here, oh, I love that. We first have the energy of the Princess of Cups, the Success card, which is the 6 of Pentacles. Then we have the Prince of Discs. We have the Sun, and one more to sort of represent the energy of where we could be here for our Taurus and the weekend. Yeah, this is going to be all about the effort that you put in. I'll just bring my table up a little bit closer so that you can see these. The Princess of Cups here, okay? The energies that are sideways, of course, if you guys have followed me, you guys know that these are the energies that you're carrying in. The Success card, the 6 of Pentacles, the work that you put in, there's also some additional benefits and rewards. With it being in the 7th house, there could be some reflection also that's taking place within your partner. So your committed spouse, could even be roommate sort of a situation, the strong partnership that you have, or friends, but there's some benefit that's coming in. And then you go into the Prince of Discs energy, or the Knight of Pentacles, okay, which happens to be you. So you are the Knight of Pentacles in astrology here, okay? Then we go into the energy of the Sun, which is beautiful energy coming in to talk about the abundance wanting to show up for you, your vitality, positive energy, success. There could be some fame. 7th house, though, it's going to be related to some sort of energy and partnerships, or giving you information about what it is that you need to do. And then the final card that you have to round out the energy of the week is the 8 of Pentacles. So the reality of the situation is that you are very much in the aspect of what's taking place within Virgo. 6, 7, and 8 all represent what takes place within Virgo energy. Leo as the major arcana here is something I want to be able to pay attention to you for, or for you, excuse me. Let me just pull up. I'm just going to grab this real quick. Excuse me just a second. I want to see something, because the placement that's coming in with Leo, let me see something here. Yes. So when you get towards about Wednesday, Thursday of the week, Leo's going to have some very interesting position changes. I want you to watch those as well, but we're going to clarify what's going on here with this Leo energy taking place. All in all, it looks really, really good. It looks as though there's going to be some gains here for you. Some things that you've already started to work on, or the themes are whatever is working for you is working for you, or whatever's working in your partnership is working for you, or there could be a little bit of a need to tweak a little bit something different here this first week for sure. But it looks as though things are good. Of course, everybody knows that the Sun card is one of the best cards in the entire deck. It puts more emphasis on everything else that shows up, and of course this is what we've got going on. I love this. So here's what we have. This is going to be all about your energy of resources too, so we'll try to use the little hands method here. So the Sun card, The first card that shows up is the Page of Wands in the reverse position. So there could have been something, and I also do have to say this, partnerships includes the relationships we have with our children. So this could also be very instrumental for some shifting taking place with a child, potentially, okay? So you have the Sun card rooted down with the Page of Wands in reverse. Now you have Pluto coming in here, the Judgment card, all right, being ready to be ready to be ready to receive all these other cards that are showing up here. New energy and emotions, new energy and balance, potential gains showing up, and then having to do something different with that Eight of Pentacles, which is the Sun in Virgo. So this looks like it could be a very good week. And then you end off with this, whoops, sorry, wrong hands. Then you end up with this Queen of Cups energy. This is really, really good. To me, this is indicating more so than anything else that you possibly have a partner who is going through an upswing as a potential. Other people's money is the 8th house. Yes, but if you're in a relationship with someone, you're commingling your energy together, right? I'm getting heavy hits of this, but even if it's not a partner, there could be obviously some new successful gains that are coming up for you here in the workplace. Let's go ahead and grab a couple of different oracles just to sort of see what else we got going on here for you. Let us first start. I do want to start with the energy cards, and then I'm going to go to the inquiry cards. So the energy cards here for our Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising in that 7th house of relationships. There could be some gains for some people also. If you are single and ready to mingle, there could be the opportunity for a new romantic shift to take place. So there's some gains here. You have 3 cards also. So the first one that we have is the Carrying Connection card. So there is something coming in for our Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. New partnership, new opportunity to increase heart energy coming in here. And then this one here is important. It's the Magician. The amount of work you put into what is going to take place here, very similar to what we have here. If you put in a little bit of effort, you have a lot of gains that are showing up here for you. So regardless of whether it's work or a love interest or even a new project, it looks as though things are going really, really well for you. Let's pull your Inquiry from Within card. And then we're going to go into your shamanic energy just a little bit, that earth magic. That Queen of Cups, that Cancerian energy, that nurturing energy is one of the reasons why I looked at it from a perspective of something going on at home, because it talks about the Cancerian energy, home energy, things like that. But let's move on to your Inquiry Within for Taurus. Things have been slow in the past, but now it's going to start to ramp itself up. That's literally what this is saying. So you have to be ready to be ready to be ready, which is what this Pluto is all about. This is judgment. And so judgment doesn't mean, although there could have been judging or judging type of energy, it usually has more things to do with preparing yourself for these gains that you're about ready to receive. Let's go in with this Earth Magic card here. It's going to be good for Taurus. This is good. Most people are going to have some very positive turns. Of course, depending upon the amount of work that you've been doing is going to be able to shift some things. Be looking towards the opportunity for when the moon shifts into your sign here towards the end of the month. Yeah, it's almost been like you haven't been able to breathe. The energy of the Forest card, which means that there's been possibly something going on again. This to me gives heavy partner energy. Sorry, it just does. But even if not, even if you're single, ready to mingle, you have no kids, whatever the case may be, it's almost as though you are now able to start to take a fresh air breath. You're able to, okay, things have been rough, but things are starting to balance themselves out a little bit more. I really do quite like that energy for you guys. Let's go into your astrology and see if there's somewhere else the universe wants to point you in the direction of a different location to take a look in the charts. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Paying attention to what's going on in that 7th house. That one flipped over. Okay, thank you. One more shuffle. Just to give you an idea of where it is that you can look, or some other big activations that are going to be important for you to look at. Okay, what we have here is the root chakra. Okay. Aries. The root chakra, balance, stability, is going to indicate that you're going to want to take a look at Aries to make sure that the activity that you're putting in to root the energy, the root chakra is responsible for our abundance. So yeah, you're going to want to take a look at some other interesting shifts that are taking place with Aries or Mars. The ruler of Aries is Mars. So that's what I have for my Taurus. It really does look good. Your partnerships have the opportunity to really flourish here, not only within this first week, but could expand you into the rest of the month. Okay, my Gemini friends, you guys went through it with your ruler, Mercury, just jacking up the flow for everybody in August. Obviously, communication for Gemini is a critical part of their being. And when your ruler is retrograde, it can sometimes create a huge issue for those of you. I just know that with all of the confusion and conversations that have taken place within where Mercury is shifted, it's been a lot. Okay, this was not a normal Mercury retrograde. It just wasn't. But now that we are cleared of that energy, Gemini, let's see what we have for you. Again, all of us are asked to continue to believe in our dreams, and let's see what we have for Gemini. Here we go. Communication. Dreamweaver, you got it twice. Oh my God, I love this. So you are being asked to go big, Gemini, okay? With Mercury going direct, what's different about Mercury this time being direct, and it'll go retrograde again in November, but you are being asked to manifest your brains out because you're laying down the foundations very quickly. And the change for this cycle with Mercury retrograde is as it's gone direct, put these lady glasses over here, things are going to happen extremely quickly. So if you do new moon manifestations or you do your own sort of manifestation work, whether it's journal work or anything else, the universe is saying get down on it. Pulling in the angels, your spirit guides, whoever else is involved in your personal pantheon is going to be something beneficial for you to take a look at. Let's go with your inquire within, because I want to see what other messages we have for our Geminis. And the energy that's going to activate for you is going to be the 8th house. So there's going to be specific other people's money resources that come from indirect ways. If you're a business owner, then it can have things to do with your clientele's money coming in. If you are married, 155 million% yes, or other ways that you receive income that are indirect to you, okay? So the 8th house also has things to do with super secret activities, as its natural ruler is Scorpio. And it also has a lot of things to do with, you know, your fancy fun times with your partner. Okay, this has been the message. You were stuck in this with Mercury retrograde. Now is the time to get out of your own way or support your partner in a different way. When it's like this, you were held back potentially as someone that could be a little bit more supportive. Now we're opening up the doors now that Mercury has gone direct to broaden everything else that we want to be able to experience. So you're going to be asked a little bit in the activation to pay attention to what's going on with partnerships. Now, if you're not married, okay, if you're single, ready to mingle, then this will have some things to do for you to look at in other ways. There could be some family involvement, especially if it's regarding resource. It could also have some things to do with your documentations. We'll call it insurances. We'll call it different ways that payouts happen indirectly. So there's just basically this open breath of fresh air in that energy of the 8th house, okay? So let's go ahead and see what else we have here for you. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First card out is that 7 of Swords in reverse. I like that very much. The second card is the 6 of Wands. Very nice. That's that Jupiter energy, which has been throwing you for a loop with all of its big squares, especially with Saturn. Ooh, now we have the Hierophant also in the reverse position. Okay, that's Taurus energy. Whoa. I know it wants to be this one here, so we're going to do that. The Moon card in reverse. I'm going to put these back. The moon card in, no, I beg your pardon. That is the devil in reverse next to the Hierophant. Okay, so these two are indicating that there could be some sort of a work shift in partnership. You have to pay attention to that. There's new things to do. There's new ways to achieve it. Let's grab another card here for Gemini. There we go. 2 more cards. Okay, we'll take them because they're the same sort of a message or energy. Yep, there's a shift coming. So the last 2 cards, and this is sort of, you already know about it or you're already in it. So if you're resonating with this one, then obviously there you go. We go directly from the 8 of Pentacles to the 9 of Pentacles. There is some sort of a shift that is coming forward. This could be like a payout from an insurance. This could be an inheritance that is being received. There could be something else, again, that's indirect to your day-to-day activities that is changing resources. But this progressive energy that we have here is absolutely fantastic. I would say that somebody could be maybe, it's not going to resonate with everyone. This gives very much retirement or some sort of a bonus that's coming in based upon previous work. So I'm not a person that does investments, but this has a lot of investment sort of energy. Let's give you the rest of the details here. So the 7 of Swords in reverse is allowing things to open themselves up. Okay, we're not being tight. There's no more secrets. There's no more hidden agendas from anybody. All the cards are out on the table. Everybody is aware of this information. The Jupiter energy here is talking about being victorious with whatever it is. The cat's out of the bag now. Again, the Hierophant and the Devil together is indicating work. It is indicating resources. It's indicating the way that we are seeing ourselves in achievement, how we've put things together. Very much, again, retirement or not having to put a commitment in towards the workplace anymore, because the Devil represents Capricorn, 10th house of achievement, and the 2nd house of work with our Hierophant there, Taurian energy. And then again, you go to 8 and 9th of the Pentacles in progression. So there is something that you're already aware of that's taking place here, which is why these are open themselves up. Selling an asset to have different sort of a resource, having the potential to put in some sort of an investment. That's literally what this is telling me right here. Regardless, this is open energy to receive more, and I'm loving that for you. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify this Hierophant just a little bit more. Again, we still have 5 planets that are retrograde, and the retrogrades all give us the opportunity to review, reflect, refresh something, especially if it's older opportunities. That's what the retrogrades ask us to do, to make sure that we're staying on track as much as we possibly can. And so this just happens to be one of the other ones. I love the progression of this 8 to the 9. That is so good. All right, but let's clarify what's going on with this Hierophant just a little bit more. And Mercury is going to switch houses coming up here also. That's going to change the conversation a little bit more. It broadens it up into the next house. I think it's the following week, though. Again, take a look at the daily astrology, because I go into the astrological alignments in advance there. Mercury energy. So that's you. Of course, you're going to know where your own rulership is. All right, what's going on with the Hierophant in reverse? Help me to help them to understand this. 10 of Wands. We're done. We quit a job. We're leaving a job. Ace of Swords. And then the next card is the 4 of Cups. So we're accepting a new role, potentially. You or a partner is looking at switching something when it comes to the way that you're dealing with your day-to-day resources. Virgo energy coming in. It's okay to be okay with letting this old situation go. This always trips me up. My hands are so big and I can't get them to focus on camera. But anyway, there you go. So that's sort of what the universe is saying. In order, releasing ourselves, burdening whatever burden or whatever hard project it is that we had to work on. It could just be a temporary project that also showed up. But once we complete a cycle, we always have a new beginning showing up here. So there's this Ace of Swords that comes in, followed by the 4 of Cups. That is an offer. That is an offer to do something different. So I would say for someone that could be looking at taking a new job, literally that's what this is saying. The Devil card showing up here representing Capricorn, representing that 10th house. Excuse me, let me shuffle those again. there's like half the deck wants to jump out because I think there's just a bigger story here. But we do want to take this slowly this month because there's so much stuff that is going on, and certain things are going to weave differently. Well, there it is. The Death card right in the house. So Scorpio energy coming in here. Then we have the energy of Temperance, Mars, and Uranus coming in. So this is very planetary. All these major arcana sitting on top of the Devil. Major arcana is letting us know that this is the right time also. So we have the Death card representing Scorpio, which is the house that's being affected for you in this activation for this new moon. Then we also have the energy of Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy here. So that's what that is. The Fool represents Uranus. And then, of course, we have Mars indicated with this Tower card. So this is 100%. We've been waiting for this opportunity to take place. We knew that there was potentially a shift that was getting ready to come. And we do know that there is going to be some sort of a offer, or there's going to be someone giving notice that they're about ready to roll and dip. And the beautiful thing about that is in the 8th house, you get to support somebody that's close to you, or there's a different gain that's coming in a different way. Let's grab some energy oracles to see what else we have here. I do like this very, very much. This is positive. Most people are going to have some really good things. I'm just telling you. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we have 2 cards. We're not going to take this third one, fat fingers and all. So we have the Door to Spirit, the Garden and the Gate. Yep, release. Okay, so here we go. I have to do this from a spiritual perspective. Many of you have been reaching out to the universe, reaching out to the heavens, asking for a way to make things different. So the Door to Spirit is connecting into your spiritual team, your angels, your spirit guides, whoever else happens to be in your particular pantheon, your prayers being answered and opportunities showing up for you. That is this Garden and the Gate. Are you going to walk through the door as soon as it opens up? That is going to depend upon you. But what the universe is saying is, if you have a hostility that you need to switch, okay, if there's hostile energy with regards to resources, we will shift that for you. So this is very much in alignment with what it is that we've been saying here. Let's grab your Earth Magic card just to see what else and other advice that we have for you. And then we will go in with the different astrology cards so that you can be paying attention in advance for some other things to show up. Okay, Gemini. Ooh! Tsunami! Big waves. There is a change coming, and you need to be ready to be ready to be ready. Period. So I'm not concerned about losses because we go from the 8th to the 9th. That is a progression. That means we're getting bigger. So this is a wake-up call. Planning is involved here. You have to make sure you have your plans ready. If this has something to do with investments, you got to do what you got to do with whatever those things are, but paying attention to your prospectus, paying attention to whatever resource that gives you the information. It's a wake-up call. Huge opportunity. So what are you going to do with that opportunity? You're finally getting out of your own way, and the universe is again asking you very specifically to go big, dream big, do what it is that you can do with those financial gains that are coming. Resource changes to support you the best way possible. Here is the additional placements that Gemini can look for here. 4th house. The 4th house of home. So it's also possible that the gain could be from you leaving or selling a home and downsizing if your kids are grown and out of the house or something else. So it's indirect to the way that you do day-to-day work. But the 4th house is literally your environment. It is literally about your physical home. So that could be very interesting for some people as well. Pay attention to what that looks like. If that is something that you're interested in doing, you definitely need to make sure that you're taking a look at your paperwork. Virgo season is asking all of us to do so, but it's also a very good thing. So I want you to make sure that you're taking time to look at all of those details. Now, I realize doing this that not all readings are going to resonate with all people because they're not meant to. This is going to be meant for the person that resonates with this. And of course, if you resonate with anything that I'm saying here in the minor, way of me trying to describe it and you want to go further, then of course you know how to do that. The description box below or the link above will take you to directly to my website, and we can explore some things further. When it comes to other people's money, and there's things that you can't necessarily do outside of being there for them, it can get a little bit touchy. So you just need to make sure that you are doing your very best to hang in there with the rest of the crew. Okay, now we're going to move over to Cancer, excuse me. So Cancers, rulers of the 4th house, right? So Cancers, you guys are going to be activated in the energy of the 9th house on this new moon energy. This Virgo space is going to start you in the energy of the 9th house, which is about future endeavors. It's about the way that you have made shifts and changes aligning for you. It does have the opportunity for you to build into new practices. It does have the opportunity for you to build into new philosophies. So there could be some more gains when it comes to spirituality, more astrology, tarot, any other type of divination. It could have some things to do with just the way that you are looking to move forward and branch out. It's about exploring and taking the benefits of what you've received and doing some gentle things with it. That's what it means. There's, of course, a lot more meaning to each of the different houses, but, you know, we'd be here for 5 hours if I gave you every single explanation without a personal. First card here is the Two of Wands in the upright, which is that Mars in Aries energy, excuse me. That Two of Wands is giving you the potential to journey with ease, with no stress, no drama. Then we have the Four of Cups, and they said keep it sideways, which is the energy of luxury. This has the energy of accepting something brand new. When the Two of Wands shows up, it is a gift from the universe that says anything that you want to do, whether it's over here or over here, we bless that energy. So you make the decision about what that looks like. If you've been wanting to do something different, thank you, confirmation. If you've been wanting to do something different, then the universe is saying go for it. The next card that you have here is the energy of Temperance, or in this deck, it's actually called Art. Being a little bit antsy to try to get anything done. But that's what that is. So we're definitely going to clarify what's going on with Sagittarius energy. Okay. And then the next two cards come out right after each other. What we have is the Eight of Cups in the reverse position, which I love. And then we also have the Tower card. So we have two major arcanas that are stepping forward here. I will show each of the cards to you. So the Dominion, whatever you want to do, you got this, is what they're saying here. Lap of luxury. Okay. The Four of Cups, honestly, is one of those where Spirit is saying to you, we know that you believe everything is okay, but there is more out there. So whatever it is that you want to do, you can go for it. We know that you've been a little bit antsy about trying to get this done, but you've been hesitant a little bit to leave. You've been a little bit hesitant in the past to leave. Should I stay? Should I go? Is the energy of what this Eight of Cups looks like here for you in the reverse position. But the universe is like, we're not going to let you do that. You need to make a decision here, and you need to get going with whatever your plans are. Again, all of us are being asked to move towards our dreams. And also that could be some dreaming activity too. But basically what that looks like to me is that you are holding back for some sort of a reason here. You know you want it. You just haven't made the energy of what Spirit is trying to tell you come into the physical. So let's see what we have here with your inquiry within. And this is for our Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that 9th house. Okay. You can do whatever you want. And there it is, your deep intuition. And that also supports what happens here with the Four of Cups. We're trying to share with you. Okay, we're trying to share with you that there's more going on, and we really want you to develop that because there's something you've been asking us for. You know, 99% of the time, it's not that we don't necessarily, well, I guess I should say this. You're getting the nudges from Spirit. You're just not trusting yourself to take the advice of what Spirit is giving you. I'm just saying. But let's go ahead and clarify some of these little guys here. I definitely want to find out, because that's what's happening. The Tower card showing up in the front and the back, that is obviously Mars. Mars being in the sign of Gemini for a while has had this stop, start, stop, start. So that makes sense to me. The Sagittarian energy, the reason why that's been an issue is because Jupiter's also been in Gemini, and it's having a lot of squares with Saturn, which is stop, start, stop, start. So that makes sense to me here. And Jupiter is the ruler of our Sagittarius friends here, so that makes a lot of sense. It's not the right time, it is the right time. It's not the right time, you know what I mean? But let's see what we've got going on here. We're going to clarify both because it's importante. So let's clarify this Temperance in the reverse card. Sagittarius, like, it kills your optimism a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I know that when we don't see things that happen in 5 minutes, we get really, really reserved with ourselves. We get upset sometimes about the way that things are happening. What am I missing? It's not always you. Sometimes the universe needs to use certain alignments to get people to get their collective poop in a group so that you can take advantage of it. So patience is hard. It really is, because we want what we want in 5 minutes, but we have to wait sometimes for other people to get their shit together, or we're waiting for Spirit to give us the all's clear. I'm going to say this is the all's clear. Let's take a look at this Jupiter card going on here for our Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Ooh, Four of Wands in reverse. Nine of Swords, anxiety, but then we have the Seven of Wands. That's the same basic energy that I was saying before. You've been working really, really hard to try to hold it down, but that's what the energy of this is about. The Four of Wands in the reverse position could be either work or home. It represents the energy of environment, period. So the environment's been a little bit oddball. Where this has been created for you more so than anything else is this anxiety, this Nine of Swords, but also excitement. I know I want to do this, and I'm just trying to get my Mo and my Joe to connect back together so that I can get it done. But then the last card that you have here is the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. Don't lose faith. And that's exactly what this is saying. Don't lose faith, and don't let someone else take your power. That's a lot of what this is saying here in this card. Now let's go and clarify what's happening with this Tower. What's going on with Mars, because it's coming down, baby. And like I said, breaking this down for me this week before we get to the energy of the eclipse is going to be super important. What can you really grab a hold of on your own? There it is, Temperance on Temperance. Let's look at that. I could be done talking about it right here, but let's clarify more. What can you do differently? There's the Ace of Swords. The clarity is coming. It's already there. You go from the Nine of Swords to the Ace. Now, if you're excited about something, okay, if you're excited about something, you just need that last push. That's what this Ace is giving you here, but it's giving you that clarity that you need. Isn't the Ten of Swords bad? Not if there's been a situation that's been burdening you. So the Nine of Swords at its worst could be anxiety, right? Keeping you up at night, not really sleeping. So that Ten of Swords comes in to say, we're clearing all that energy out. We're done with this. We can't have you in this, red light, green light situation that's taking place. And what's the final card here on that Ace of Swords, please? And thank you. Four of Cups. So I love my job. This is all about what you want. This is all about what you want. If you want help, we're trying to communicate with you about what that looks like. They said, take a card here. Your advice is going to be really tapping into your sleep dream journal, of course. Cancerians, Scorpios, Pisces, all with the different motions that are taking place are deep in the energy. It's healing, baby. What you need is coming towards you. Are you paying attention to our signs and signals? That's the energy of Aquarius, that card. And you've got the magic within you. Obviously, Mercury. Pay attention to where Mercury is doing some of its different alignments, and so that you can get the highest and best, especially this first week. I don't think we have a lot of Mercury shifts and changes until the latter part of the week, but anything that you communicate to the universe, you're going to get. So this is the energy of the Six of Wands. Keep your faith. Don't lose your faith. Tell us what you want on this new moon energy so that we can carry it forward. And we promise you we'll deliver you to this end of the burden. That's the Ten of Wands. So whatever activities, and then there's the Ten of Swords. I love my job. Let's go and pull some oracles here for you right quick. Where do I want to go? Energy. Let's go toward the energy cards for our Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And Mercury is important. Mars is important. Obviously, paying attention to the shifts of the moon, you're going to just be on top of it. Yep, there is your awareness, your third eye being activated. Same energy as that Four of Cups there. What else do we have? Pay attention to what we're saying. Yep, whatever's been stupid, deceit, we're taking care of it. And then the last card is, we're trying to bring you this. So the deceit is, could you be deceiving yourself about how fast you think things could potentially be going in your own space? I'm going to pull your Sacred Geometry card, and then we're going to go into the other oracles here. Cancerians, Sun, Moon, and Rising here. There it is. The fruit of life. Now, this is a huge flower of life merged in with the energy of Metatron's cube. This is one of the highest cards or images or sacred geometries you could use for manifestation. So if you do crystal gridding, you could put money on here. You could do whatever you want, but the universe is like, hello, tell us how else we can support you, and be very specific and detailed and allow us to show you how we're going to improve that situation. But you have to have faith that it's going to work. And it will. Let's go into your Earth Magic. And let's see what we have here for our Cancerian friends. It's going to be good, you guys. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Trust and believe. I know all about the things. Let's see here. Cancerian, Sun, Moon, and Rising here as we're going through September. There it is. And it's also sideways. Get out of your own way. Get off of the solitude island. Come talk to us about what this shift needs to be. Now, sometimes solitude is good, especially if you're trying to do manifestation. You need to be in a sacred space. You got to give yourself time, whether you're lighting a candle with a piece of paper, you know what I mean, or a candle, or whether you're outside in nature sitting on a park bench. But you do need to have a little bit of time. But the universe is like, you need to do this so that we can help deliver you to this next place that you want to be. It's your life. You get to decide how it is that you want to go. So help us to help you, okay? And again, whatever direction you want, you can't go wrong with this. You can't, but it's coming, so you need to get yourself prepared. Start telling us what you prefer so that we don't have to yank it, okay? All right, let's get the astrology piece. Let's see. I think I have one that slipped over, and that bothers me. There we go. Let's get the energy of another astrological point that our Cancers could be looking at besides this energy of Mars. And of course, Mercury. Whoa. It wants to be that one. Moon. You have to change your perception. Hello. They said shuffle. There's one more. So we'll shuffle again. And we'll take another card for our Cancerians. There it is. Pay attention to the oppositions. Okay. So when you see me do the daily astrology, and this is the mark of the opposition. Okay, that's what that means. But one of the things they're saying is that what has been opposing you in the past is about ready to open itself up. So pay attention to the oppositions that are in the daily astrology, but it's opening itself up. Now, the only opposition that's taking place this week that I think is going to be significant to you guys is going to be where Neptune has an opposition with Moon, Virgo. And so that is going to challenge you on your dreams. That's literally what that looks like. And so I think that's something you should be paying attention to. That's going to be like around Wednesday. Other than that, jump on it as soon as you can. And then the last one is going to be Sunday. So you'll have two oppositions that take place this week. And that second one is going to be with Jupiter. Also, staging there. So Saturn and Neptune are going to open some things up for you. You need to pay attention to those things. But I hope that this is extremely helpful for you to start to get on your next path. But Spirit is trying to get a hold of you. You know how to get a hold of me if you would like to take a deeper dive and you're resonating with this, Cancerian friends. Everyone has been going through the worst August because of the struggles that we've all been having with communication, and we're waiting for so many things to take place. Don't Don't wait. The universe wants to help you, okay? So it's going to be really, really good, but you've got to take some action steps to start calling and harnessing that energy in. Make sure you're looking at your other signs to make sure that you're getting another portion of the deeper part of the reading. Thank you for joining me this week. We're going to go ahead and move on to our Leo friends. I'm just marking this down here so I can timestamp. Leo, Leo, Leo. Oh my God, Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. Okay. Fixed signs being a part of some of these big changes coming in. Of course, the sun, you're ruled by the sun. Virgo coming in. You've had some challenges also. All of us have, but Leo, I believe, is going to be able to shift, especially because we're coming out of your energy and into Virgo. Where you had a little bit more attention put on you, you get to relax just a little bit more. And again, what wasn't working for you, there's another opportunity now to shift and open some things up in a different way. I'm going to just shuffle this up really, really quickly. Because the sun is in Virgo, I want you to pay attention to let's just do this way. Yeah. You're gonna have some effect when it comes into Capricorn placements. Okay, you just are. Ace of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you've not been not feeling the Mo and the Joe, my friend. Okay, yep, there it is. I kind of knew that. Yep, I knew that. And one more for our Leo Sun, Moon, and Rising. There it is. Okay, yep. Okay, so where I want you to pay attention to, you do need to pay attention to Capricorn a little bit here. Here's what we got. We got the Princess of Cups. We're looking for this grounded opportunity for what it is that we've been wishing to step forward, okay? Ace of Wands in reverse, not really having your Mo and your Joe connected here, or feeling as though you might have missed an opportunity or you had to let something go because it wasn't the right place, the right time. But this is the thing. Trying to maintain your power with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse position is opening up and using the energy of the sun in Virgo. So the sun in Virgo is helping you, okay, to open up these opportunities. And then you go into Jupiter's energy of the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So it opens up the different possibilities of things that were going on. The one thing about Jupiter being in Gemini is that Gemini wants to be able to examine every aspect here and there and this and that, and this one's better than that. So it's a bad rap that they get about being dodgy. They're not dodgy. They're constantly looking for the highest value of what it is that they can tap into. This card here, the Seven of Swords, also gets the same bad rap. It's futility. Here's the deal. It's about your strategy. That's all it is. And so that's going to be Moon Aquarius energy also. Let me pull in your top astrology. But at the end of the day, what this is telling me is that you're about ready to move past a concern that you might have had, especially with resources, people, and money. So if you can be quiet, not share everything with everyone, right? Pull back your energy just a little bit. That's going to help you. Yep, there you go. The Awakening card shows up. It's about you realizing that you're going to get what you want, and it's only going to be around you. Not to say that the energy isn't going to be supportive with how it is that you work with other people, but your focus is the 10th house. So you got to pay attention to sort of the energy of what's going on with Capricorn. The changes are really going to take place within what's going on with Capricorn. This is where you awaken for resources, for money, for work. You're doing something completely brand new. And that's beautiful, but you got to keep your mouth shut because you just do. If you want this dream to come to fruition, this is about you stepping into your full power and less about what other people have to say. And of course, when you're working with people, then you have to listen. But this is about you keeping and being strategic about the different decisions that are coming up here. That's literally what it boils down to. That's literally what it boils down to. Let's grab your inquiry within, Leo. Leo, sun, moon, and rising here. This new moon taking us into the month. Yeah, you gotta release what hasn't been working for you, because you're about ready to start over. But that's why this Ace of Wands is in the reverse position, because the Mo and the Joe wasn't connected. So make sure you're giving yourself opportunities to release, especially if you're being asked to keep quiet about something and you really want to say this or do that. If it's not serving you, you got to let it go. And so I would just encourage you to do whatever it is that you can do to open up. Of course, we're going to go in here. We're going to clarify this Wheel of Fortune, this Jupiter energy that's just been kicking our butt for that reason. But you're getting there. Let's pull in and see what else we can see about Jupiter here. Wheel of Fortune for our Leos. Ooh. You want to talk so bad? 8 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Hermit card in the reverse. Yeah, that's going to be your issue, my friend. You have to be quiet. When the Hermit card, which is Virgo, when the Hermit card is in the reverse position, there's only one of two explanations. But because it's sitting here with the 9, I'm just going to tell it to you like this. The universe is going to ask you to be strategic with who you share information with. That's 7 of Swords, strategy. If you do anything other than being very specific about it, it could not go in your favor. And I'm not trying to put negative energy, but the 8 of Wands is letting you know that what it is that you're looking for is on its way, okay? The conversations are happening. The details are being done behind the scenes. Then you progress to the 9 of Wands, which means Spirit is helping you. That's what this is. It's the faith energy. We know how hard it's been the other 8 times that this situation has showed up. We're helping you very diligently with this one. The worst thing about the Hermit in reverse is that sometimes it can be a little bit of a rebel. A little bit of a rebel. Otherwise, you've seen the light talking to Spirit, and you know that they're here to assist you, but they're just saying, shh. That's what they're saying. Keep it to yourself. Keep it dialed down just a little bit so that we can assist you in that. I know that sounds weird, but sometimes you can't tell everybody and their brother your business. You got to keep things to yourself. Let's grab your energy card here and let's see what we have for our Leos. Venus is helping you because Venus is opening up some conversations with Jupiter a couple of different times. Of course, it's going to be shifting a little bit, but Venus is actually helping you too. But you got to pay attention to that. Let's see what else we got here. Leo, woman holding the heart in the reverse position. Is there anything else? Yes. Okay. Be thee quiet, you, before it is time to take action. So this is just an opportunity for you to be a little bit quiet about the conversation before you step forward and do something different. Don't be a rebel. You are going to a good spot. That is 100%. So just let's grab your Earth Magic card. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oops. Reflection. Shh, be quiet. So the winter solstice, obviously we're at the very beginning of autumn or fall. There could be something a little bit more tremendous that comes in when we hit the winter solstice. This could also be something about you going back and taking a look at last year's winter solstice, giving yourself credit for how far you've come during this particular season. But there's more to come. But this is silence. So be quiet, my friend. This is the 15th time that they've shared that content with you. Let's grab your astrology card just to see if there's another location that you could look into here for some support. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, it's already done. The energy of Uranus going into its retrograde is what's facilitating the change. So, yeah, it's already opened up. Let things shift slowly, gradually. Keep our mouths a little bit more quiet, and you're going to be able to see some new energies open up for you here. Not only this first week, but for the whole month, actually. I'm not concerned for our Leos. If you can just sort of maintain the silence, you will. I know that's hard for you because you want everybody to know and you want that validation, but the outcome, the package at the end of the day, this is just brilliant. I mean, the Four of Pentacles in reverse and Jupiter, this is brilliant. You guys are on your way to some new things. So release the need to tell everybody everything in 5 minutes, because that's not gonna help you, my friend. Okay, let us move on to our Virgos. Hello, Virgos. How you doing? Clearly, this is your season. Clearly, we're going to be talking about the way that social energy, because you're going to be having activations. I want you to focus on the 11th house of social, okay? Obviously, if you are a Virgo sun, then that's going to be a little bit more of your 12th house, but the activation is going to be in the 11th house. And then if you're Virgo rising, that will shift just a little bit too, but focus on the 11th house here. The energy about what opens up for you is where you can socialize more. The 11th house is going to have things to do with the way that you are broadening the energy of Aquarius and social activities, social norms, being your original authentic self, being in your power, doing things very specifically to support you. It's just about accepting the changes. And then also, Virgo, don't be afraid to look at different ways of doing things, technology, things of that nature coming in. So there's a lot of social energy that's going to be supported. The one thing I can say, and I'm a Virgo moon, so the one thing I can say sometimes about Virgo is that we tend to have everyone else's plan figured out, and we're very good at getting other things done, but sometimes we don't do the same amount of work for ourselves. So this is why they're saying it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to get started in order for you to work on it, especially if there's social energy. You can't count on everyone having the same, it's not going to work, okay? It's not going to work the way that you want to talk about something is not going to be the benefit of how it works for everybody else. But there's a great opportunity here for you to jump into new friendships, new groups, new ways of expressing yourself. All those different types of things come into play here in the activation of the 11th house, which is where I want you to focus, even though we all know that things are going to be able to shift, because the 12th house is going to be the energy of how it is that you're trying to move. They want both of those cards, but they said this is where you're coming out of. This is what they're telling me. Both of these being heart energy. You have the love card and you also have the belief card here. Both of them carry the vibration of 3, which is group. Where have you not felt connected to group in the past? And where have you lost faith in a group that maybe you were in, maybe a social club, something like that, because they couldn't get their shit together, or you just didn't agree with what they were doing? You have to come out of this. So this opportunity for our Virgos is going to be very important for you to go back into the heart space when it comes to opening yourself up and just letting other people be weird if they need to be weird. You wouldn't be asked to do this if you didn't add to the contribution of the group. You just don't have to run the group, if that makes any sense. So let's see what else we have. Okay, let's see what else we have for our Virgo sun, moon, and rising. And I know I'm not a typical reader. I know I'm not. I try to bring all the different knowledge pieces that I do have to the table here, but I'm always accurate AF. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. That's you. 5 of Pentacles. How can other people assist you? There's the Hangman. Last card, Princess of Wands. Yep, that's what you got to do. This is about you and the way that you want to be able to run the show versus the way that you need to be a team member. And I'm not trying to put anybody down. I'm just saying the universe needs for you to shift something just a little bit differently so that you can get the gains. So here's the story of it. I do bad by myself. I'm independent. I can do what I need to do, right? Beyonce's song is going off in the back of my head here. That Venus in your sign, Virgo, really does help you because it puts you in the mindset of who you are, is at the core being very discerning when it comes to different things. Not judging, but discerning. Ooh, this is going to be better because of da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You have such a potential to see so far down the line. And because of that, you do have success that comes in for you. Okay? You can sometimes see things before other people see it. Therefore, you can capitalize on your vision of being able to see things out. So don't lose that independent quality that you have about yourself. But what the universe is saying, and the Five of Pentacles in this deck, it's called defeat. But the Five of Pentacles doesn't just mean that you're going to go through losses. It means that you need the counseling of other people. People sometimes forget about that. It means that you need to take counsel from other people. And yes, you can go to Spirit at any point, but Spirit's going to point you in the direction of groups of people, pastors, synagogues, churches, whatever the group happens to be that would be supportive for you. Other people are going to be able to be supported and supportive with your input. So basically they're saying is this next phase, you can't do this alone. We know you like to sometimes, but you can't. Therefore, we receive the energy of the Hangman. Let us enlighten you, says the universe. So we get the energy of the Hangman, which literally is Neptune, Pisces energy coming in here. And then what that's going to do is it's going to slow you down just a little bit. Okay? So we have the Princess of Wands in the reverse position. The universe is giving you a break here a little bit. The universe is giving you literally your instructions here. We want you to maintain this. We need you to come in, have a conversation with us. Okay, let's have a little confab. And then whilst you're marinating in that energy, you can afford to slow down just a little bit. We're going to change the way that you do business. And the way that we're going to change business is by you integrating with different people in groups. Let's go ahead and clarify what we've got going on here. But that's basically what it boils down to. We have to change the way that you are doing this. And I'm going to say this about that, because they're telling me that many of you guys are, you are support people. So we need to give you something that you don't currently have, which will make it easier for you on the back end. So some of you are healers, because the sage is the natural healer, that Virgo is the sage. You are natural healers, but there's some sort of upgrade that you need to be able to receive, and you're going to have to be quiet so that we can give this upgrade to you so that you'll be able to use it in the future. Yep, that's what we got going on here. Now, when Mercury changes into Virgo, that's not going to be until like next Sunday. I think that's when you're going to get I think that's there. Literally, this is sort of matching up with that. Mercury goes into your home space. So it will change things on the 8th. Okay, let's clarify what's going on with this Hangman here, please, and thank you. Queen of Cups. Things are okay. We're not looking backwards. We've handled drama before. We can handle it again. I got this. Cancerian energy, solar plexus energy, Ace of Swords. Clarity is coming. Ooh. Two of Cups. Partnership, union. So the Two of Cups doesn't necessarily have to be a lover or a committed partner, right? Boyfriend, girlfriend. Partner, partnership, 11th house, groups of people, but also spirit. Let's merge together, okay? Because this is what you already have coming. And we're going to let you know that there will be a reason for you to slow down. In the meantime, we're taking care of making sure that those gains don't go anywhere. There is success. There's more success that's coming, but you need to come home and have a confab. That's literally what this is saying. So this is actually a very good thing. Take advantage of rest when spirit tells us to do that. And the moon phases alone are going to force people to do that anyway. Like I said at the beginning, taking things in smaller chunks is going to be the highest way that all people can get through the whole Virgo season. And you of all people should know that. So you got to slow down in order to speed up. And that's literally what they're saying. And stop trying to do this. It doesn't have to be perfect. There's more energy that's going to come in to help support you with those dreams that you have. Let's go and look at your energy cards here just to see what else they can give us. Yeah. Mercury going into Virgo. That'll change the story for Gemini too, for sure, for sure, for sure. Gemini's going to have a really good beginning of the next week. Okay, here we go. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hostilities. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with hostilities popping up. Hostilities could be because you are being made aware in this confab that you're going to have with spirit. This download, this whatever it is that you're going to be able to receive. When we're dealing with other people, you can't control other people. You can only control your own energy. So let's do a little bit of work on handling those hostilities. I might want to clarify that one just a little bit more. Yeah, there it is. You've not been coming home and talking to us. You're ornery because you're not letting us give you what it is that you need. Ceremony. So the card with ceremony is talking about, please call us in because you haven't been doing it. You need to come home. ET phone home. We want to help you. And that could actually help you release any stress, especially if somebody is seeing this as a downgrade. I go from the 9 to the 6 to the 5. Oh no, it's not a downgrade. You're not losing anything. They're shifting something so that you can get more. And it will have things to do with being social with other people. It is what it is. You can't get out of life alive on this one. Let's go to the different astrology opportunities for you to take a look at. Again, your ruler is going to be in your sign on the weekend of the 8th. So give yourself a little bit of time here to shift. And I bet you the story is going to be 55,000,000% better next week when we get together. Oh, I have one that's backwards. Let me fix that. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Why do I feel like there's one that's stuck? Give me just a second. I'm going to just make sure that this isn't stuck here, because that could be, okay. It was the Aquarius. Please collaborate card. The 11th house. Collaborate. Do it with somebody. Okay, we're going to shuffle that again. They're like, oh, that was not a mistake. I'm like, okay. Please collaborate. All right, here we go. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There she is. The 8th house. Mysteries. Okay, so the reason why the 8th house is in the reverse position, it involves other people. It is governed by Scorpio. Super deep, dark secrets, other people's money, other people's energy. Okay? You have to involve other people's energy, Virgo. There's a mixture of you, again, in this 11th house, collaboration, that is going to be required. And so you have to allow yourself to be given more of the unknown. And that's what this is talking about. So it's pretty much right on par. You may want to pay attention to very specifically any other alignments that are Scorpio heavy in your own chart. Obviously, Pluto going into Capricorn. Pluto is the ruler of the 8th house for Scorpio. And obviously, Capricorn is connecting in the energy of work. So that's sort of what I have. This one's very easy, but let's give you your sacred geometry. No, we already did. We did the sacred geometry. That's what they're saying. Open up your heart space. I'm like, I feel like I forgot something. I didn't. I didn't. You got to be willing to change the way that you feel about other people. You got to do it. This is going to be the highest way for you to move forward. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be done. So start with 1, develop it, and then go to 2, and then develop that more, and you'll start to see the beneficial outcomes in a little bit. All right. All right, all right, all right. Hostilities. It will all work itself out. Okay, now we're going to move over to our Libra. Libra. 12th house. 12th house, Libra. The Libra season starts on the 22nd of this month. So that's going to be super fun. The 12th house activity has everything to do with you stepping a little bit more fully into that spiritual energy. Okay. It has everything to do with you honoring the ethereal, the mystery of you. Okay. Also where it is that you could be sacrificing yourself and being a little bit out of balance because you're giving everything that you've got to other people to make them feel good. As opposed to you potentially taking care of yourself and not feeling as though you have to balance everybody else out, because you need to try to balance your own self out a little bit more. So 12th house energy is going to have a lot of components to do naturally with what's happening with Neptune, Piscean energy. Okay, so pay attention to any of those things, but let's see what your sacred geometry has to say, Libra. Was Virgo the quickest one that I did? That's odd, but okay. Ooh, 2 cards. I love my job because I'm always freaking right. All seeing and all knowing. You have to balance that out with the energy of, and they're suggesting 396 hertz. This frequency helps you to liberate yourself from any guilt or any fear. Now that Venus is sitting with you, it's going to open itself up. And with you opening yourself up and you forgiving yourself if you are having any of those pangs, that is what's going to help you believe in your dreams more, is you knowing that you don't have to be in everybody else's business. You need to be in your own. And it's okay to say no. And so you're on the energy of recognizing that if you can tap into more of why. But 396 hertz is going to be able to support you. So that is a frequency that you should get into. When you get into that frequency, the energy of the dodecahedron, the all-knowing and seeing, okay, so that's this one here, is going to share with you how to make a minor edit. It could be major for some people, but it's going to give you the edits that you need here in Virgo season to create the list, check it twice, achieve those dreams, and do it in bite-sized pieces that doesn't have you spread all over the planet, okay? Let's pull your cards in here. You have a very interesting alignment that I know for sure is going to show up on the 6th of the month, and that is because Neptune in Pisces is going to be having a very interesting alignment with Libra, okay? So I do feel that this first week for sure, if it hasn't shown up prior to that, you're going to see some interesting stuff show up on this upcoming weekend. First card out, 5 of Cups in reverse. Good. That's healing from disappointments. Then we have the Princess of Discs. Yeah, there's growth. Ooh, that one flew. Hang on. We have the, look at that. Look who shows up in your own reading. I love it. Oh my God. Next to the High Priestess, but the High Priestess is in reverse. So the thing about it is that you already have a little bit of exposure to this. You kind of already know this already, Libra. You already know that this is on its way. And the next card out, pull one more, they said. Okay. I'm not going to argue. There it is. That was a star. Okay. Okay. So here's the deal. The universe is encouraging you, and I will pull your inquiry card here in just a minute, but the universe is encouraging Libra where it's been sticky, okay? Making those bite-sized changes happen here. We heard you. the Five of Cups on the front and the star on the back end is the same energy of healing. But what's beneficial about the star card is that what is required for you is already underway. Okay, so you get the same energy at the front and the back end. This is going to be the middle here. So this page, this Princess of Discs that is here, there's a tweak that they're going to share with you about grounding your energy, but also this will help you to bring in more resources. Okay, so they're helping you to see a different way of trying to make something else work itself out here. And then you do come into your own energy. This is Libra. Adjustment is what the card is called here, but it's the same thing as justice, but it's adjustment. We've got to, you tipped over a little bit. We're going to put you back into your wholeness. And when you get into your wholeness with the energy of the High Priestess, you're going to know what exactly you need to do the next things. So when we have this Knight of Swords, now I love this deck, but look at this horse. Why are you asking me to do that? Because someone has a fascination with dragonflies, they said. And so when you're looking at the Knight of Swords, you're looking at the energy of Aquarius, which is your crown, which is the same thing as the star card coming in. You've potentially been feeling disconnected. Libras, you're already born psychic. I mean, so if you've been feeling like you're disconnected a little bit, you have to forgive yourself if you haven't been phoning home. Also, they're correcting that. That's what I'm being asked to share with you and tell you. And that's going to help you do this new thing, this new way, this new opportunity. And there could be a lot that goes on with that, but that's the energy of the 12th house. There's so many of us that are going to be receiving varying activations and enlightenment here. But yeah, we need you to listen to us. We need you to listen to us. That's what they're saying. So whatever was going on here, there was a lot of some stressful points that came up with the Mars energy, Scorpio energy. You're coming out of it. That sparked you. It started to make the change. That 8th house energy of super secret information. Now you're on it. Now you realize where you were over tipping within your scales here. Let's go in with your inquiry within. This is Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, hold on. Fat fingers. My bad. Sorry. This could be like literally a whole new... There it is. This is why. Because you felt like things were disconnected. Like you couldn't get your Mo and your Joe really in the right direction here. So this is what Spirit is going to work on. Spirit needs you to tap in, phone home, let us work together, let us upgrade, let us share some deeper energies with you. A lot of clearing energy is going to be required for Libra so that you can feel where things have been stressful for you. And a lot of it's going to be resources. But now that Mama Venus is sitting in your space, if you've been feeling lack, if you've been feeling like you're just not successful, if you're just feeling as though you've had issues trying to get something going, this is your time. Okay, this is your time. And you're going to take that new information. I don't need you as much as I need the High Priestess. I want the High Priestess in the reverse position, which means we're revealing secrets. Okay, I need the High Priestess. Okay. What do we got going on here for Libra? Whoops, fat fingers. Here we go. What does the High Priestess want to reveal? What additional information is coming? Now, remember that all of us are being asked to go for our dreams, but also this does mean dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your naps. Pay attention to your meditations. Deep, deep upgrades coming for you here is what they're telling me. The Star, the High Priestess, and Libra, yeah. You've got some magics coming your way, my friends. High Priestess for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising here. King of Wands in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse. This is money. What wasn't happening for you. And there you are. There's Mama Venus to fix it. Bottom of the deck, making you solid and whole again. I love my job. We're sharing with you why it is we need for you to stop putting energy into something that hasn't been working for you, the Hierophant in reverse, you couldn't commit to it, and let us help you, Venus, in your sign. So you just need to be really paying attention to your nappy naps. At the end of the day, the star is here. And even when she's in reverse, there's healing that's going on, and talking to us is going to assist you in getting to that next place. Let's go in with your energy oracle, and then we'll go in with your earth magic, and then the additional astrology card or other placements that are going to be important to you. I think that Mars energy just jacked you all the way up. That's just what it boils down to. And that's okay. Scorpio can tend to do that and bite sometimes. You have 2 cards. Yep. Deceiving yourself about your place in the world. Deceit. More to come. Are you paying attention to what's not there? Or are you going to let us show you what is available, but you've got to get rid of this stinking thinking over here? Okay? That's what this is. So, yep. Admitting to yourself, for any person, that, ooh, I was the asshole. That's hard to do sometimes. But fixing it is the bigger energy here. Oh, I didn't pull the, hold on, I know. Yep. No more deceiving ourselves. No more deceiving other people. Letting all of that go. Liberating yourself from any guilt or fear that you may have harbored, especially in connections. But Spirit's going to help you. Crown chakra, higher chakras, solar plexus, they're telling me also to help your moon, your jaw get reconnected back in. Ooh. The iceberg in the reverse position. So we're going deep here in the 12th house to bring out the things that need to come out for Libra. And that's going to lead to the unfoldment. So don't be afraid to go within. Don't be afraid of doing the deeper shadow work that's required. Don't be afraid of starting a new situation, period. So much is going to be revealed to you. A lot of it about work and resources and other places. Yeah, freaking moon. We're giving it to you. Okay, so this is the same card. Who got this? Did Cancer get this? The perceptions are going to be opened up for you. So there's a lot that's going to happen here with this new moon taking place here on this Monday. Go all up, all in. Let go and let universe. Whatever it is that you haven't been able to control when it comes to resources or commitments, the universe is like, it's okay for you to slow down. We're going to help you. Give us the keys. We're going to assist. I'm very excited about this because as a cardinal sign, there's been so much that has been put on your shoulders over this past bit of time. The universe wants to help you get rid of anything that's no longer going to bring you into this new location. And you have way too many positive attributes that are here to be looked at. So you're going deep, my friend. You got new places to go. Even though the World card and these energy cards is not the same energy as the tarot, it's the same thing. Let go of the BS so that we can bring you to where it is that you're really supposed to be here. You know what I mean? There's more going on than you understand. I like it. All right, Libra, I'm excited for you about that one. My Scorpio friends, this is going to be an interesting sort of a conversation. So, ancient rulership, modern rulership for Scorpio. Yeah, somebody sent me this note the other day, and they're like, well, you always talk about Scorpio being the ruler, and then I started watching this guy, and this guy said that Mars is the ruler. Ancient and modern rulership. So the ancient rulership is Mars, same planet as Aries. The modern is Pluto, and has been thus for a while. To me, when someone's talking about the luminaries, they're the ones that you can see with your physical eyes. So, but there's more knowledge that goes on behind the scenes, right? Modern, ancient. I pay attention and I call it out in both readings, because there are times when either or actually gives you a little bit more precise information. Neither one is wrong, but it just depends on the person, about how things are. It depends on your chart. Are you a beginning Scorpio? Are you a mid Scorpio? Are you an ending Scorpio, meaning, you know, beginning of the month, middle of the season, ending of the season? That makes a big difference. So your ruler, if you want to look at it from a Mars perspective, has been killing everybody in the face, hanging out in Gemini. Hanging out in Gemini, messing the whole world up a little bit because of the aggressive nature that it's been putting on all of the mutable signs, right? And as a fixed sign, you've been forcing and I'm saying Mars has been forcing those mutable signs. You've been just causing a bunch of chaos and havoc. Pluto, obviously going into Capricornius, is going to open some things up in a different way. So you have to look at your planetary alignments in both, if it applies. There's only a few that it applies for ancient and modern. However, the energy for our Scorpios is going to be maintaining your clarity and focus, because this is your first house. It's the first house of self. It's the first house of how you are seen, how you see yourself. It's your thought process about yourself. It's making sure that you're maintaining that level energy about who you are as an individual in the astrology. That's what it's going to help activate for you. So we'll look at both opportunities. I will say that when the moon shifts into Scorpio, that takes place also this upcoming weekend. That could be a big shift and change for you. Moon Scorpio energy will give you a little bit more. So use the Moon Virgo energy here, the first beginning part of the week, to lay down the foundations for what it is that you know you want to be able to shift into. But I got to tell you, Saturday, or no, not Saturday, it's the 8th, is Sunday. It's going to be a good day for Scorpio because you have a positive trine with Sun Virgo. So whatever it is that you bring into your awareness here on this new moon, trust that by the time you get to the weekend, it really starts to ramp itself up. Anyways, thought I would answer that question because someone asked it. So here we go. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. 6 of Swords. Science. Moving forward. Hang on. Nope, reshuffle. I will do that. So Mercury in Aquarius is science. How fast are you willing to make this shift and this change, right? Science. 6 of Swords. Coming out of maybe a tense or stressful situation, thank you. And moving it into a direction that's a little bit easier. What's been stressing out Scorpio? Relationships and potentially resources. You want this one. Potentially resources and money. Feeling stressed out, burdened with other people's dramas. Saturn kicking your butt. And here we come to save the day. It gets better. Not, like I said, this is literally the energy of what's taking place here. So let me show you the cards. 6 of Swords, 2 of Cups, which is our Cancerian energy. Mama Venus and Cancer, that's a beautiful energy. People coming together. Could be relationships, relationship with yourself, and relationship with your higher self, your connected spirit self. The Defeat card comes back out. Oh, I didn't show you the Six of Swords. That's what it looks like. Okay. Relationship, and also could be relationship with money. I'm trying to read it all the ways, okay? Relationship with money, feeling a little bit defeated or a little bit low in the pocketbook as a potential. Spirit is correcting those things with that 6 of Swords. So you just got to stay clear and you got to stay focused. Whatever's been burdening you is going to be done, Okay, whatever the oppression in your space was. That Sagittarius in, so Sagittarius's ruler is Jupiter. Jupiter being up in Gemini, like I said, hanging out with Mars has been a CF for a lot of people because it's stop, start, stop, start. So there was a lot of slowdowns and energy in communication alone. But then it started to do some really funky things. Jupiter and Saturn were having this argument too, and there's still some of that going on. So that burden, however, is going to be lifted. The next card that you have here is the Four of Swords. Truce. We're going to share it with you. We're going to open it up. We're going to balance out what has been not in balance. The energy of 4 trying to bring things back into balance with Jupiter. So I would look for the alignments for yourself with Jupiter for sure. But you're also going to have some to-dos when it comes to what's taking place with Venus Libra. Because that's where some of the drama started. So you don't have a major arcana that showed up here, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I can tell you right now that you're moving out of it. How do you guys want me to do this clarifier here? What do you want me to clarify? The 10 of Wands. We're going to clarify this Saturn Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So being optimistic about lifting restrictions. So that's what we're going to focus on here. For my Scorps, keeping clarity going here. Now, you as a water sign, Cancers and Pisces, are all going to be affected by numerous, I told you Venus, I told you Libra, are all going to be affected because of some things that Neptune is doing, and there freaking it is. There's the Wheel of Fortune, that's Jupiter. I told you, pay attention to those. What was I saying? Oh, water signs. Because of some things that Neptune is doing, it will affect all of you guys. And so when we talk about dreams, literally the water signs for sure. You are going to be the first and easiest signs to be able to be aware of the extra information that's coming through. You're just born connected to the energy of what takes place with Neptune. Okay, so that's just what's up there. The moon, obviously, for our Cancers is going to drive, but I'm just saying. So here's the deal. Where you have had some struggles, again, potentially within relationship to money or relationships and money, or the way that flow was not flowing, that's stopping, this is what's coming in. This is what's being stopped. So I want you to look at the Six of Swords and the Four of Swords as the Ten of Swords mixed with this. It's done. It's over with. It's done. It's done. It's done. So where there has been a shift, where there has been internal conflict, we're letting that go. Where there has been internal conflict with things, again, being in balance, we're letting that go. And this is what we're bringing in. We're bringing in more of the money. We're bringing in more of the opportunities. We're releasing all of that karmic poo-poo. It's happening, sweetheart. Pluto moving back into Capricorn is very supportive for you to work on those deeper portions of healing that come through. So yeah, that's been important for you. But again, when the moon shifts on the weekend, it'll be a little bit more supportive for you. Let's grab the energy cards for you here. Shuffle up and deal. Stay clear, stay focused. Stay clear and stay focused. Throat chakra. Lapis lazuli, aquamarine, blue rose quartz. I mean, you have so many different choices. Sapphire as crystal suggestions, blue apatite, anything that will help anything that helps your throat chakra and even the beginning portions of some of that crown into that energy there is going to be supportive. Fluorite. Lord, if you don't have a piece of fluorite as a Scorpio, what are you actually doing? Here we go. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I love my freaking job. Goddess of the Moon is bringing you into the energy of the garden and the gate. So the universe is actually sharing with you the next way to grab this nugget, if you will. Okay? So this is going to be an important moon for you. And then again, in this week specifically, 777. Why are you telling me 777? 777. The universe is listening to you. Luck. Luck be a lady tonight. That is what's on its way. Where was I going with that? I'm sorry, guys. I lost my track of thought. Let's go in with your inquiry within, and then I'll pull your Earth Magic card here. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oh, yeah. I was talking about crystals. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We're good. Woo! Merciful heavens. Okay. This is one of the reasons. They said keep all three of them. There's three that came out. First of all, it's not a competition. You have to give things time to breathe and grow, which has been part of the concern. And then being in the attitude of gratitude, being content with what you already have. That is one of the easiest ways to raise your vibration, is being grateful. Talking to yourself, if you have to, about how supportive you feel by the universe with everything that you have. Food, clothes, water, a bathtub, a kitchen sink, food in the pantry, you know what I'm saying? You have to be grateful for what it is that you do have. But the universe is going to expand that for you. So there's new information that's going to be showing up. Getting back to the dream space, though, I'd really be writing it down. I'm so serious. Keep a Post-it, pad and a paper, dictate into your phone. It is going to be so easy for you to be able to see what Spirit is trying to share with you here. All right, let's go into your Earth Magic, and then I will pull the different astrology card for you. Woo! First of all, we go from the ebb and flow. We go from the ocean, ebb and flow, to a tsunami. This, you are going to be lifted in ways you don't even know yet. So being content with what it is that you already have, let things marinate. That's where the ebb and flow is. You've been okay with doing that, but things are supposed to have shifts, and it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what I'm meant to share with you. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Spirit is going to be sharing a lot. Libra, Jupiter, that is going to be some interesting components. Your moon shifts. Pay attention to the details that show up the following week, I think, is where you're going to start to see a lot more. But you will have Libra Friday, this weekend, Friday, Libra connects and trines with Jupiter in Gemini. So this is going to be an interesting weekend for you. All good. Okay, here we go. Astrology card for our Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising as support. Additionally, you possibly have received support from Leo. Okay. Yeah, the energy that you're going to need. So pay attention to the energy of Leo. Yep. Pay attention to the energy of Leo. That'll be very supportive for you as an additional component. Or, as you guys know, you could also have Leo very heavy on your chart. But that's where they're saying where things possibly got a little bit weird. Leo's also had some big challenges going on because of that T-square business that was going on there. Because of Mars kicking butt. So, yeah, I think you guys had a little bit of that too. However, the universe is definitely going to make sure that you have what you need, and they're going to continue to grow it. So you need to be prepared, and you need to rest, and you need to rest well. You need to take notes in your dreams. You need to thank and acknowledge your angels and spirit guides, or whoever else it is that you're working within your own pantheons, because they are going to be giving you mucho instructions, my friends. So it's really, really good. I'm very excited to see that. This one's going to be a doozy. For our next sign, so we're going to start talking to our Saggipoos here. Sagittarius. Good God. Mercury, Jupiter, being in so many different oppositions with you, your own ruling planet giving you the business, and that affects your money, that affects your willpower, that affects your connections. August was just not a friend to Sagittarius at all, and I'm really sorry. And Sagittarius is in my midheaven, so it affected me personally. Your midheaven is where you are most likely to see support when it comes to financial support and flow. Just putting that out there if you don't know about that. So it definitely personally affected me. It's like, could you please get it together, Jupiter? Please. Yeah. But, you know, things go in cycles, and so the more you know about your own birth chart and those cycles, then you can sort of plan ahead for them. That is the reason why, as astrologers, we encourage people to get your chart, know where things are at in your chart, so that you can sort of pick those areas that are important to you, whether it's love, whether it's business, whether it's relationships with friends, family, whatever the case may be, and what's coming, so that you can get ahead of it. All right. For our Sagittarius, let's get into your sacred geometry first. Sagittarius. Ooh! We're starting over is what they're saying. Literally, I love my job. You cannot make this stuff up. When you get this Ancient Frequencies card, it's saying, ooh, we need to start over from ground zero. And so you get 174, which means that's the very bottom root chakra and earth star chakra energy. We are literally starting over for Sagittarius here. We are starting from the ground up because it has been a cluster of an F for a lot of people. FUBAR, it has been mega not good. And the thing about it is that in order to get back into your good graces, the universe is really encouraging Sagittarius for this entire period to use sound healing. However, you got to get it. I love the University of YouTube. I love Meditative Mind. I'm not affiliated. I don't get paid. I don't get paid to even do this. But Meditative Mind has lots of different 1 hour, 15-minute, overnight background sounds that you can use that work on your frequency. So what I would say to our Sagittarius is start from 174 and then go up to the 900s. Do it slowly. You don't want to hit everything at once. 174 and then gradually increase it to 963 hertz. But they're really literally building you back up from the bottom to the top. Okay, all right. I hear that. I will think about that because you have things that you're meant to be able to do as well. And so you just, we all have our shifts when it comes to things. Sagittarius, and the reason why we're talking about that is because you are going to be activated in the second house of money. So, take that how you will. Okay, here we go. Sagittarius, Sun. Nope. Okay, reshuffle. All right. Sun, Moon, and Rising. That second house, activating your sense of self-worth and value. How you value things, how you value what resources you currently have, the higher vibration that you can maintain in that house, that attitude of gratitude. Literally just had that conversation with our Scorps, is the way that you continue to build on that foundation, okay? Magnetizing what you currently have, and that helps your self-worth and value when you, oh my God. That helps your self-worth and value when you are sometimes going through or on hanging out in the struggle bus. Yep, here we go. Was there another one that flipped? No, just that one? Okay, one more. You're in your own reading, but thank you. There we go. This is what I told you. You're at the end of that cycle, literally. We have the Fool in reverse. That is Uranus slowing you down from some stuff, or the energy with what was going on. Now we have the Hermit mode, which is where we're going into Virgo. Virgo moon. Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter. So you came into your own reading, but where we're going from the beginning of the week to the end of the week is letting you come out of this fear, the stuck energy, the Eight of Swords in reverse. And we bring you out of the challenges you've been having with resources. Money, 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 money. Five of Pentacles in reverse. So we are fixing, this is what the universe is saying. This Virgo new moon is helping you. The energy of Uranus going retrograde is also helping you, so that we can change your money situation, because you are definitely completing a cycle. You're done with whatever the bad blood, whatever the negative karma, whatever word you want to put in on that, you're coming out of it, okay? Many of us are all going to see our fortunes change, but again, it all boils down to you being willing to continue to work on your dreams, believing in them, and then making the smaller adjustments where you need to make the smaller adjustments. Jumping right into the inquiry cards here. This is for our Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Second house money activations this first week. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Rest, because you've been stressed. Rebuild back up your battery with the beginning of these frequencies. You know, you can also get an overall chakra one too. So look for the ones that are all chakras, maybe for like an hour if you can. All right. Love, love, love. What do you want me to focus on here specifically? Change the order and focus on Hermit. Okay, no problem. Let's clarify Virgo. So, Jupiter friends, there are some positive trines that are in the alignment for Virgo. And there are positive alignments with Jupiter on the weekend. Libra, Pluto, and Gemini. Those are the major shifts that are going to take place, but more of the benefit is going to be towards the weekend because it's going to be squares still. So the first part of the week, bottom of the deck, Mama Venus, Libra energy. Look for those different transits or in your own chart. But here's what we've got going on. So what the Hermit, this Virgo new moon, is going to do is it's going to create a balanced scenario for you here. So we've got Libra. We're balancing this thing out. And where it has been emotionally challenging for you to stay above water sometimes, we're bringing you this fresh relief. That's literally what this is saying. And it's just clarified again by the Eight of Swords reverse and then the Five of Pentacles reverse. You're still going to have some weirdness, but look towards the weekend of this upcoming week of the 8th to see a little bit more coming. But it's going to be massively sexy and good because you're literally ending. You just needed this, you needed the shift to come in. But it's happening, sweetheart. As a mutable sign, Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, you guys have just been going through it. The T-squares are still there at the beginning of the week, Virgos too. You've been there, but when Mercury moves on the weekend also, it opens up the conversation and that T-square goes away. So that's what I'm saying. The beginning of the week, it matches up perfectly with the astrology. It opens things up. Boom! Bringing you back into the door of personal happiness. Walk through the door, baby. Look at that rainbow. I'm just called to the rainbow and the dove there. We hear you. We know it's been bad. We're here to help you. We're opening up the door. That is the energy card. Is there anything else that I was supposed to grab out of that one? No. Okay. So let's go to the Earth Magic deck for you just to see what else. And then we'll go to the additional placements in the astrology cards. All right. Yeah, just get past. You know what I think it's going to be? Thursday, Friday, Sunday of this upcoming week. Thursday, because there's a huge conjunction coming in with that Libra Venus. Okay? This is the second time that this one has come out. And you know who got this? Libra. So Libra also got the lotus flower unfolding. Things are unfolding. We're finally... Do you know the story of the lotus? If you don't, I would go Google it. But it only grows in mud. So it grows through dank and darkness before it comes out of this gorgeous, beautiful energy. So things are unfolding. You are in the right position. It gets a lot better this upcoming weekend. You'll see the evidence of it. And then in that following week, I'm sure it's going to be even better. What am I missing? Oh, here we want. We want the astrology opportunities for our Sagittariuses, our Sagittarii, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more time for the people in the back row. Thank you, thumbs. Here we go. Sagittarius. Where else should they be looking? Oh my God. You don't got to do nothing. The exploration of the 9th house is Sagittarius. You're right on track. So please make sure that you realize that what was happening was temporary. We got you. You got this. Continue to stay on your path. We're opening things up where they've been a little bit wonky. Okay, we promise you, Sagittarius, that we're opening things up for you from a personal finance position. We understood that this could be a potential. Keep doing what you're doing here. You're right on track. I love it. So pay attention to obviously what's going on in Sagittarius, but I would also pay attention to potentially what's happening with Jupiter. But I would also pay attention to where you have some things going on. Scorpio kicked your butt. It was really Mars that did it. Libra this week is what I'm being asked to show you. And Venus is in Libra, so that's why you're being supported. Oh, we love Mama Venus. She gives everyone beautiful things. But when she's arguing with Papa Saturn, hoo-wee. It is no bueno, my friend. All right, Sagittarius, look forward to giving you more information this upcoming week. But if you're resonating with this and you think maybe you might need something else, then please feel free to reach out to me and we will jump into a personal conversation. Capricornius, might I have a word? Capricorn, the activations that's going to be taking place for you here within this new moon for sure is going to be heavily directed in the 3rd house of communication, which means that there will be some challenging conversations that are going to show up for you for sure with relatives. Sorry. Or about your family members. Sorry. Until Mercury moves into Virgo this upcoming weekend, this first week is going to be potentially a trip and a half. It doesn't have to be, but I want you to be prepared that there could be some additional things that pop up from family or issues with family, things that haven't really been, settled per se. So that's the perfect portion of the astrology that I can tell you. Yeah. However, Capricorn, as one of the cardinal signs, you are going to be one of those signs that has the ability to completely release the BS of the past 16-year journey, the hurdles, the changes. if you've taken the opportunity to grow and open yourself up into a completely different person, regardless of the changes, then you are 100% letting go of some stuff. Yep. There is another, oh, there it is. I was going to say there's supposed to be another one. There it is. Ugh. Mercury at the end. I told you. You have a couple of cards here because the third house, you can't really do anything with it. It's Mercury driven. Mercury, you can't, I mean, that's information that you can't control because it's communication coming from somebody else. Unless you personally are communicating to a family member about something that's going on, usually it's not. It's about other family members communicating with you. This weekend is going to be very interesting. Here's what we've got. And before we go there, okay. Yep. Okay. Ugh. The moon card showing up. So obviously we know what to do with that. The moon card here is going to be representative of the moon, new moon that we've got going on. The moon is associated both with Cancer, but it also is associated with Neptune or Pisces energy. Ancient ruler, modern ruler. So we're going to go with the Piscean theme here because Pisces is going to reveal, Neptune energy is going to reveal deeper, darker pieces of information that either you've healed or that are going to continue to come up to support that conversation with Mercury. I said what I said. The combination here that they're asking me to share with you is Taurus, Taurus. So this has something to do with work, your energy with work, your dreams and values at work. The Taurus card being 100% the Hierophant in the reverse position. Sort of doing things on your own, not making commitments, or issues with potential commitments with someone not making a commitment. Or someone that's been a little bit wishy-washy with their version of what is acceptable in commitments. The thing for me is that when we see the cosmic Amazon driver showing up here, which is the Knight of Discs, taking the slow and long road sometimes is the right thing to do, especially if you're trying to skip landmines or whatever. But the Knight of this is Virgo in energy. It's the long way to get there. There's a lot. And so this is the clarifier that they want me to hit for you. I thought they wanted me to hit the Magician, but they don't. They want me to hit the Knight of Discs. All right. What this means is that there's an avoidance somewhere. There's a closing of the gap that's going to be happen between what we want to have happen in the long term and what we have been avoiding. There's something that has to be connected here with resources, because this is 100% all resources, earth energy, for sure, right? So you got Virgo and Taurus sitting right here. Then you have the Queen of Cups in reverse, which is instability, and you also have the Seven of Pentacles. I guess it depends upon how you think about it. What are we investing in? And again, communication, third house, a lot of it with details coming towards you. You can't really do a lot about this, but when you get into the Queen of Cups, that has everything to do with our usually Scorpio, Pisces energy. There will be some Cancer energy that comes in there. It's talking about not being settled within nurturing. So there's like this avoidance of being nurtured. Someone not taking nurturing, or someone feeling offset a little bit about this. This is, if there's going to be a long one, it'd be this one. And then you've got the Seven of Pentacles, which in this deck is titled Failure, because it's like, you know, you talk about growing a plant. You only have 10 pentacles. When you get to the Seven of Pentacles, you got to make a choice. So you're evaluating things, constantly reevaluating things. Did I do the right thing? The positive thing about the Seven of Pentacles is that it gives you the opportunity to take part in investments. It gives you the opportunity to make some different choices that will force those other three pentacles to grow. But if things aren't working, then you pull that plant out of its current bowl, resituate it, do some deeper pruning. So there's some issues here. And whatever these issues are, it's pretty deep-seated. And then the last card is the Magician in the reverse position. I don't like that, especially with the Seven of Pentacles, because it means that there's manipulation. I'm sorry, I said what I said. So if nothing else, the moon is going to reveal the deeper pieces of information that you don't know about. Let's go ahead and clarify. Now, this weekend, Mercury goes into Virgo, which means the following week there will be some better conversations because Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So the communication, and Gemini is the natural ruler of the third house of communication. So there's that. Let's clarify this piece here. They said start, but before you do, but first, there's more. Let's go into your inquiry card here, Capricorn. And again, this is not going to be forever, but this first, there could be some other developments that show up for you. However, as a cardinal sign, again, you are going to be releasing yourself from some burdens of the past 16 years. There's something that's going to be rolling out the door. Okay, so we have two cards. So the first one is that whatever it is that is coming, it is 100% within reach. So we're just going to keep that positive. And anything you want to find, it's out there somewhere. So there's a piece of information that is coming to you. Really, really focus on your dreams this first week, Cappies, because Neptune is going to share some different things with you. Okay, Pisces is going to share some different things with you. Cancerian energy, water energy, dreams. Okay, but I do see that there's some potential for some strong manipulation, which could throw you off your game a little bit if you don't know about this in advance. So, put your big girl or big boy underoos on and let's get ready to rumble. And you don't have to accept someone else's BS. Just know that potentially it's coming and you can talk to the hand, right? Here we go. Capricorn, explain to me what we have going on here with the Knight of Pentacles and... I'm sorry. Knight of Pentacles is Taurus. I beg your pardon. Taurus. This is Taurus energy. Second house. Resources. Money, 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 money. This is old money, new money. This is waiting for this to come to fruition, and this is fighting against itself. Wow, let's just go into it. There's like 17 storylines that are showing up here in my head. First, let's take a look at, I guess we'll split it apart this way. Let's just do both of them. Give me the common thread between the Knight of Discs and the Hierophant in reverse here for our Capricorn, please, and thank you. The commonality, frickin' the moon. All right. Things are going to be revealed. But I would like to know what is happening with the moon. What does the moon want Capricorn to pay attention to? What specifically about this Knight of Pentacles? Lack of clarity. Missed opportunities. Money, Three of Pentacles, growth. And Three of Swords, broken heart. Okay, so there's some uncomfortable situations, possibly lending money to a relative, not receiving money back from a relative, miscommunication with a family member, potentially communication with regards to resources. This is also a timing factor. 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. The Hierophant. Taurus in reverse. The Rebel. Good Lord. Ace of Wands in reverse. Missed opportunities again. The Sun card. Oh, merciful heavens. Libra. Two of Pentacles. The Death card. Okay. Listen, Linda. Or Bob or Evan or Karen or Jim, whatever your name is. Listen, Linda. Listen, listen, listen. You for sure are going through you're done with this karmic cycle. What I'm trying to nail down and being nosy here is really who this belongs to. So here's what we've got. Either situation, each card here is saying the same thing, just with different cards. Both of the aces in the reverse position is a no bueno. You took a risk on something, and the payout for one, all right, you took a risk on something and it paid off. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, both in the reverse position. Both energies of a payoff showing up. One is beginning to grow. One is in your face, like right now, right now, right now. The energy component, however, is that this one with the Hierophant comes in with the Libra card, which is you got to look at Venus. You got to look at Libra. You got to look at Venus. This is instructions for someone on how to invest. This is instructions for someone on what to do with this information that comes out. The universe is giving you instructions about something that's going to show up in the next couple of weeks. So the cosmic Amazon delivery driver is letting you know that within the next 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 weeks, because I don't think it will be within hours, but definitely within the next 3 days. 3 days would be Wednesday. There's a trine coming with Pluto and Libra. At minimum, the universe is trying to get your attention to let you know where resources need to be spent, or a conversation about resources is coming within family. If you have had a person, however, that has been a little bit catawampus in your world with this moon card coming out twice, it means somewhere that that nurturing has been an issue, and the universe wants to get your attention about how you can nurture yourself, but you need to be prepared for this conversation to come into play here. Now, on Wednesday, when Mercury, Moon in Virgo is going to have a trine with Pluto in Capricorn. Watch for Wednesday. Wednesday, 3 days. Third day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I would watch for it. Someone is going to just let you know about some money. So, but here's the deal. Whatever it is, whatever needs to get handled, the solution is going to be there. And if there's something else that you need to find out, be dream journaling significantly. Okay, we're going to get off of that. But I can tell you, you are definitely going to be dropping some drama. You're going to be dropping some karma. You're going to be dropping some baggage. There's going to be some discussions. They may not necessarily be very comfortable. Sometimes you got to roll up your sleeves and you got to get into the argument sometimes in order to settle something. Be prepared. Everything is going to work out for you, but you have to be prepared that this first week for sure is not going to be the best. Wednesday, Thursday are probably going to be the better days for you for sure. However, let's get into an energy card here and let's see what we have for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Again, the focus is going to be on the third house of communication. Okay. Ooh, keep your heart open. Ooh, keep your eyeball open. We're going to share with you what needs to be shown. So this is already in process. This is already in progress. Now, the Sun is the heaviest positive card in the tarot deck as far as the energy cards are concerned. It sort of has the same energy. What you need to know is going to come to the surface. Okay. The highlight between the Sun and the Moon both showing up is that you're sort of in suspended animation until it shows up. You got to hang out. There's nothing you can do. It is what it is. That's the energy. So until this shares itself with you, there's nothing else you can do. However, unfortunately, someone's going to be pissed off about the detail that they receive. And so the universe is just saying, clear your vibes, clear your mind, get prepared. And you should be able to get past this. If you will not overly... Don't go to the mattresses if you don't have to. Meaning, don't fight if you don't have to. talk to the hand is enough. No is a full sentence. If you can do that and reserve your energy, I think you're going to come out very, very well. I'm just saying. All right, let's go to the Earth Magic deck here. Gonna put those back in. Fat fingers. Ooh, I have a lot of fat fingers today. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ooh, okay, there we go. Did I? No, here it is. Okay. It came out twice. The Emergence card. So this means we're going deep. Okay? We're going deep and we're coming out very, very slowly with the information that we need to deal with. But whatever comes out in the long run, if you can handle it, it will support you, Capricorn, on the back end. Okay? So whatever you need to find out, it's coming. Spirit's going to give you the hints. Whatever it is that you've been asking for, it is also within reach. Keep that dream alive. Keep hope alive. Keep focusing on that. Literally be focusing on your dreams. And we're going to pull a different astrology card just to give you... Oh, I missed your sacred geometry. Let's do that first. I did? Oh, okay. I did. Let's pull your sacred geometry card first to see what other things the universe could give you as a support mechanism during this time here, this first week. Oh, jumping right out. Ooh. This is the Shapeshifter card. This is a master energy, and it showed up in the reverse position. So the universe is like, listen, this is about ancient, super secret information coming to you. Or you have something that you might have a piece of information about, and you're not necessarily sharing the content with other people, but whatever it is that's coming to you is literally going to shape your future. Now, it's neither negative or positive in the third house. It just is what it is. But the fact that the shapeshifter showed up is saying whatever the shift is that is coming for you, what they want you to do, if you can, is get into super deep meditation and ask your teams to help you. There's a lot of clarity that comes by the ancient wisdom of our ancestors, of our family. Perhaps if you have an ancestral altar, you know, you go to the altar and you ask whoever it is that's important to you, or whoever else it is that's within your pantheon, to help you reveal anything that grounds your frequency, like super deep. And you guys are already earth energy, but you need to go super deep. I would meditate with, I would hold in my hot little hand, the easiest for a lot of people is probably pyrite. To get your hands on, to like put me in the energy of what's going on, so that therefore you'll be revitalized, so that coach can put you in. But be aware, this is going to be a very interesting first week for you. It's neither negative nor positive. It just is intense this first week for sure. Okay, let's go in with your astrology for our Capricorn. No, our astrology for Capricorns. I've already told you about Pisces energy. I've already told you about Libra energy. And now I want you to pay attention to where Chiron is in your personal chart, that wounded healer. Okay, because this is one of the big things. Chiron is literally sitting in Aries in the main chart, but Chiron will be in a very specific part of your chart. So wherever Chiron is in your specific chart, that Aries energy that it's in activating is asking you to put energy into actively healing that. Okay, so pay attention to those, all right? And if you need more information, then you guys know where to get a hold of me by now, but this is like 50-50. Regardless, whatever comes out of this week, it's information you needed to know so that you can make some final decisions, and then you are like, you're going off into a very beautiful direction. So thank you, my Capricornius. Looking forward to giving you more information this upcoming week. Now we are at our Aquarius. Okay. And our Aquarius are in the energy of where things are at in the fourth house as far as activation here on this new moon. That's your environment. Whether it's a work environment, whether that's a home environment, whether that is a committed marriage with, without kids. It is the nature of the environment of you. And it usually is governed by Cancer as a natural placement in the house. But there's a potential, if you have a committed relationship, that things will shift in the nature of the relationship, the environment, okay, the environment of your home, the environment of your dorm, the environment of where you lay your head at night. It could also have some things to do with outside of your home, like your city, or your local zone. So just to put it out there in case you're not married and, you know, one of those things. But there is something that is innate about trying to come in and nurture when you're in that fourth house. So the highest aspect is you can have some additional nurturing. The lower aspect is that something needs to be nurtured in order to, you know, have a beautiful day, so to speak. Let's pull your cards, because with Pluto being in your sign for as long as it has, you get a break for the next 60 days until October the 11th. Well, you get, call it 60 days. You get 2 months. What are you going to do with that? There's 0 planets going to be hanging out in Aquarius. So, Queen of Wands in reverse, the 6 of Wands upright. Business. So if you're a business owner, there she is, frickin' Mars, the Tower. 2 times. Something has got to shift. The 10 of Wands. Ooh! Action. And the final card is Queen of Discs. This is going to be money. Okay. Not everyone has a home-based business. Not everyone is a business owner. But what is going to be probably the nature of some of the shift of nurturing is going to have things to do with resources. Whether it's you personally or a committed spouse or whatever the case may be, you have to get to work here. You have 2 queens, both in reverse on the front end and the back end. Okay? Queen of Wands in a reverse position. That's Aries. You have Aries on the front and Aries in the middle here. Queen of Wands is Aries. Queen of Wands in reverse position is we are not okay. We are not settled. We are not attractive at this moment. We've lost a little bit of our shine somewhere, or we're not putting energy into what it is that we're doing. Although there's victory to be seen here. Sometimes that allowance is vacation mode, those different types of things where you're just not invested. That Jupiter energy that comes in, that victorious energy. But here's what the universe is saying. When the Tower comes in, something that is no longer in your favor, or something that is not standing as strongly or firmly as you thought, has to go because it's not helping you. So that's what the universe is getting you prepared for. This Mars energy is letting you know that something is completing. Okay? Oppression. That's what they're calling it here. And at the end of the day, it boils down to the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Discs, again, not being comfortable. So this is going to have a bearing on you and your resources. Now, I don't mean to ever scare anybody when it comes to that, because not everyone's going to take, not everything is going to resonate with everybody. But this is Aries and Capricorn energy here. So the Queen of Pentacles is Capricornius. The Queen of Pentacles is holding it down for everybody. So to start off slow, listen, whatever it is that you're doing, Aquarius, you're going to have to put some work in. You're going to have to put some work in. You have to be seen as the person that can get things done, is literally what this is showing. Because there's a gap here that you have to really maintain. Let's clarify the Tower. But before I do that, I want to go into your inquiry. So the activation, like I said, with this full moon is going to have a lot of things to do with shifting information about your environment. And so this is a heads up from the universe there's got to be some work somewhere that we might have forgotten about. Yeah, there it is. There's an issue between taking time off and not being very, very clear. So rest is natural. We do need to tune in to listen to what Spirit is telling us. The highest accolade of an Aquarius is being able to see 4 or 5 steps beyond. But what happens is you go to 4.A, 4.B, 4.C sometimes, and you might have forgotten something as you were flitting and floating around. So the universe is like, you need to be clear about what you want, and this is not a time to rest. This is action. You gotta be on it. You gotta be Johnny on it this upcoming week here to establish foundation for the longer term, is what they're saying. Otherwise, it could be an issue. We're definitely going to clarify the Tower, but I also am going to clarify the 10 of Wands for you, because I need to understand. There's 2 stories here, especially if this is business, because the 4 of Wands is also business, entrepreneur energy. When it comes to business and it comes to an environment, that means there's other people. So I have to clarify both of these here, because this is ownership energy either way. At its worst, you could be firing someone. Sorry, I'm just being for real. Just being for real. Anyway, let's identify what's going on with this Mars energy. What's happening with Aquarius here. You are going to have Wednesday, the moon shifts into the sign of Aquarius. So be paying attention Wednesday, Thursday, probably Friday, Saturday. Yep, there's a partnership issue gone awry with different shifts and changes then. When the moon moves into Aquarius on Wednesday, look then. Ooh! Someone's leaving. The 2 of Cups clarified with the Chariot card, Cancerian energy, which is the 4 of Cups, or which is the 4th house. But there's something that's not correct with the 2 of Cups in the reverse position. Now, unless someone's giving their 2 weeks notice and you know about it in advance, or you're deciding that you're selling the business, or even as an entrepreneur, that could be the reason why the 10 of Wands, I'm done with this, I finished my assignment, sort of a thing. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, because I've had my eyeball on doing something different for a while, this new partnership energy. But this is giving something a little bit different to me. So I want to go ahead and give each one of these leans their last card. But if there's something that's right in ending a business, ending a partnership, retiring, finishing, this is 4th house, so it could have some things to do with home improvement. It could have some things to do with finding some things out. Hey, it could be anything that involves the environment. It's that time of year, so there could also be a little bit of energy in packing someone up for college or getting ready for. So I'm just saying, but for me as a business owner, this is the first thing that came in. And because there is ownership. 2 queens in the reverse is not necessarily very, very good. You go from someone that is not being very actionable to someone that's going to have to pull some strings in order to make some things happen. Or you're dealing with those signs I mentioned. All right, 2 of Cups, Chariot with this Tower, please. The Empress. Knight of Pentacles with 3 of Cups, please. Knight of Pentacles with 3 of Cups on top of the 10 of Wands. Thank you. Ooh! Yep. Ooh! I knew I was right. Okay, so we do have a couple different scenarios. Bottom of the deck is this 10 of Swords. If you are a business owner or you're in a situation where something needs to change for your highest and best good, do it. If you're a business owner that has to terminate someone because of whatever, or separate from an environment because this person is putting in their 2 weeks notice, or there's something that's leaving, whatever it is that you have to do, you have to shift so that you are maintaining your bottom dollar, your bottom line in resources, period. End of discussion. You got to put your butt in the seat a little bit more to get some things done. From a perspective of somebody moving out of the house, it's going to obviously change the nature of the house. There's not a whole lot that you can do except to support them. But what we do have here again is the King of Wands. This is fast, swift energy coming in. The best thing about the King of Wands is that he, as a Cancer, okay, because, no, I'm sorry, not King of Wands, beg your pardon. Words, woman. Sagittarius, excuse me, Jupiter. Has this optimism for moving forward and this gusto for life. Has this energy of trying to bring and grow into a partnership. And because there's this progression, even though this one's negative and this one reversed and upright, there's a progression. So there's three different people that are involved in this situation. That is 100% for sure, Aquarius. Involved in this. What I like about this is that this is speaking of getting down to the brass tacks of resettling something. So you have to be very, very clear about what you want. There's some good things, but it's going to shift. They're telling you right now you got to put your butt in the seat, and you got to get to working on some different things here. Let's grab your energy cards here. Let's grab your energy cards and see what else. Now, yeah. We're moving on to bigger and better things. Contract. Review your paperwork, please. Review your contract with someone else. It could be that there's a contract with a vendor, a contract with this is going to be this is whatever this is, okay? Someone is leaving. It could be for a very positive reason on the back end. At the end of the day, Aquarius, it basically means that you're going to have a little bit more work to do when this shift takes place here. I don't find it, I guess I feel that it's negative in one sense, but at the same time, this might be the best case solution for the situation at hand, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's, that's sort of where you're at, fourth house. I mean, you got to make sure that your house is stable with any of the things that you have going on. But someone is moving, but there's a cycle that's completing. So the universe is letting you know in advance that something is going to be shifting in your environment. Again, whether it's work or whether it's home, things have worked out to the best way that they could work out at this moment. Now it's time to move forward. You just have to put your butt in the seat and do some more things. Get ready to work. Get ready to do some things to validate, maintain, and grow your stability for self. Period. End of discussion. Contracts, paperwork, legal things, all those different types of things. I would want someone to book a personal to take it any deeper. If you're resonating with this so far, you can always come back and we can always have different conversations, but that is what is going on here. Let's go in with your sacred geometry for our Aquarius. Yeah. How much you want to bet it's going to have something to do with grounding? No! The first one is that you have is the protection, the raven. So there is going to be a need to protect. And there's also evidence that there has been some protection in the past, but there's also saying that there's unlimited potential. So what this means is that this is a master energy. You're creating the reality and you have to be mindful of safeguarding your own energy. So this is a transition of power. This is a transition of resources, literally. And you have to get Johnny on it here. The raven energy for me carries a huge heavy weight because what it means is, or meaning because it does mean protection of your physical body, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, and because we're talking fourth house, we're talking property, all right? Or business as part of the property environment. However, if you are the person that is saying, you know what, I'm going to do this because I'm ready to move on, don't stop. Okay, other people will be able, but even if you are moving on, you still have to put butt in seat. You have to put your butt in gear to get ready to do this next things for this next level of stability that you're trying to call in for yourself. You still absolutely have to be clear about what it is that you're asking the universe to support you with. So get clear about what that is. Seriously, you can't avoid this one. Again, Mercury coming in on the weekend is going to be a huge situation for a lot of people, because it's going to change communication as it goes back into Virgo and taking you all the way back to the beginning of the reading for the general population. Doing things for all of us during Virgo season is going to be taking things in smaller chunks, okay? So it doesn't all got to get done in 5 minutes, but you do need to be clear about what you want so the universe can help you. All right. Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius. So you're going to need to sit and have a conversation, because in some cases, this is 2 meetings, in some cases, the cave means you do need to go in, and that is the same thing as like Virgo hermit mode in one sense. You need to use this so that you can get prepared to come out of the hermit cave and be prepared to do something with the information that is being shared with you. Sometimes sanctuary is pulling yourself out of everyone else's details and focusing solely on yourself. What do you want? Be clear about what you want. Literally, that's what the universe is saying. Let's go into the astrology cards to see if there's anywhere else the universe wants you to focus. And then we will move on to our final sign, which will be Pisces. Aquarius. Uranus. Well, that makes sense, because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. This is setting the whole thing off, baby. This is setting the whole thing off. So the changes have already been put in motion. It's just a matter of you sort of catching up with what that looks like. Fierce independence. Original changes. That's what it's about. And even though it's going retrograde, it's still going to highlight some of those things from an emotional capacity, aka 4th house. So, yeah. I don't find this negative at all. It's just a pointed, you got things to do and you need to be prepared to start getting them done. But before you do, be very clear about what you want. Write it down. Have meditation with us, because you're going to need this energy in this short, brief period to go do your next thing. Okay? Rest time is over. Except for when you're in the cave, babies. I don't find it negative. It's just pointed. Okay? Alrighty then. So my next sign up here is our Pisces. Okay? And Pisces, you are going to be in the energy activation of the 5th house. Now, the 5th house is everything to do with joy. It's governed by Leo, which means it's the sun energy governing the shifts, the changes, the activations. But you have been going through the opposition, strong oppositions with Virgo, because that's your opposing sign. And this is the Virgo new moon. So where things could potentially change for you in the value of the 5th house, which is creating joy and pleasure. And if you're married with children, it could have lots of things to do with your children. Very much where the romanticals get down to the get down in this 5th house of joy. Again, there will be lots of different things that come out of this, but what is going to be the bigger thing, I think, for you is where it will have some things to do with your victory, and where it will come to where it is that you're finding freedom. And sometimes there's travel involved, but the energy for you is going to be, are you creating joy in any of those different locations? So let's focus on the energy of what freedom means to you, and the full freedom that you can experience by telling the universe what it is that you want on this new moon. That's kind of a lot. The opposition between Virgo, which is, being in as a perfection of service, having also some things to do within that main energy of health. So Don't tell me what to do, but tell me what to do. Give me the instructions, but don't tell me what to do is sort of the energy that comes out of it for Pisces here a little bit. Let's grab your cards. Okay. And let's see what we've got. 3 of Wands, the Sun in Aries. Moving forward. We have the 7 of Swords reversed. That's not bad. Then we go to the 9 of Swords. That's a lot of Martian energy there. I mean, yeah, Mars energy. It's a lot of fire energy there. Let's find out what that's about. Ooh! Mars. Okay. What else do we have for Pisces? Oh, all of them? Okay. They said to keep this one here. This is the Queen of Wands, but they said you have major arcanas all over the down place here, my friend. Pluto, Tower, Mars, Scorpio energy. Okay. If you are single, be ready to invite people into, be open to having a relationship, okay? If you're single, Pisces, okay? Be open to having a relationship if you're single. If you are married, within the energy of the 5th house, and if you have children, there are some good things that are going to show up. It is just going to be a busy, it's going to be a busy first couple of weeks for sure. The 3 of Wands is beautiful. It's growth. It is moving. It is literally moving. It is moving forward. The 7 of Swords in reverse is there's no secrets. There's nothing being hidden. There's no hidden agenda. There's no strategy. Everything that needs to be done is done. Therefore, this 9 of Swords is not cruelty, but it's excitement. The 9 of Swords is exciting because we have this new thing that's getting ready to show up. There's this excitement in the energy. The highest opportunity or thing that pops out of the Tower card is surprises. So sometimes the universe will come in and surprise you and delight you. It's something that you don't necessarily have, I don't want to say access to, but it's a surprise. So you may not know all the different things that are taking place within that Mars energy. But the Queen of Wands energy that shows up here is sort of the element for me that this is the energy of Aries showing up here. That's firepower. So that's good to have. And then you have the Aeon, which is the energy of Pluto coming in here. So there's change. So Pluto and Mars equal Scorpio together as a potential. But because Mars is thrown out here a couple of different times, you want to take a look at that. Interesting. Where do you want me to clarify? Because what I see happening here is that there's an excitement with this change that's coming in. Again, if you're single, the opportunity for a relationship, Scorpio, 8th house. If you have children, this is growth and development. If you have a want to travel, that looks like it could show up. I would start to plan that travel if that's what it looks like for you. I don't see this as negativity. I just see this as excitement about something that you've already called in. And this is important to you. This is you in one sense, Pisces. I don't care how old you are, but this is in one sense you growing up to the next level. This is something that is deserving for you. And as a mutable sign, that T-square has been kicking your butt all over the place. What your savior has been is Saturn in retrograde. That's been saving your butt over this past little bit. But now the tide is changing. And what's going to happen is there's more caring energy. There's more thought process that's going to show up for you. You are going to be able to move forward. Now, Neptune and Pisces, this particular week has a couple of interesting arrangements in the heavens. So I would say that this first week probably looks pretty interesting for you. It's the tail end of the week. I think you have a trine that shows up, but you do have an opposition, obviously, with that moon in Virgo. That is going to open up a lot of things for you, but it's not negative. Let me clarify I do want to clarify, but I want to go in with your inquiry card here because I'm not exactly sure where I should go. I think it's this energy of the Tower here on the end. This doesn't bother me. This is happiness. I'm just nosy and I want to see what's up. Let's see what we got. Let's go with the inquiry within. Bring the theme down here just a little bit more. Yeah, I think it's going to be Thursday, Friday, probably for you Pisces. You already are, and I want you to focus on the butterfly, emerging, growing, getting to the next level. You already are. So, yeah, you could do whatever you want here. Tremendous growth energy here, and what I'm seeing. Let's just bring out and clarify this Aries energy. I want you to look at that. Look at that. Look at that cheetah. Eye of the tiger, even though that's a cheetah. Moving forward, advancing, using that firepower to assist you. Let's look at this firepower of Mars, please. What's going on with this Tower for Pisces? The Star card. Okay, so there's healing, there's growth, there's wishes, there's wants that are on the horizon here. And the universe needs to move something out of your way that has been less than stellar. Two of Wands making moves again, and the Nine of Cups. That's what I'm saying. If you are looking for a relationship, this is not negative. This is like, it's coming. It's coming, sweetheart. Queen of Wands too? Sure. All right. The moon. It's coming. We're going to share with you what's happening on this new moon. And High Priestess. We're going to tell you everything you need to know. We're going to talk to you about the choices and the directions that you can go if you need a little bit more support. And then the Pluto card coming up here, the growth energy that we have here. Aquarius, Knight of Cups, and there's the Emperor again, Aries. So here's the deal. Regardless of what it is that you're doing, there's growth. So this is going to be a really, really, really good week. And again, the mutable signs have just been going through a bunch of brouhaha. T-squares have been kicking you up. This is the week where things start to open up for you in a very different sort of a way. I really do like this. Aries, Mars obviously is going to be very important for you to take a look at without me pulling the additional cards that are sitting here. Sagittarius, it's a lot of firepower energy. What I like about this is that the moon being either Neptune receptive or even Cancer receptive, because there's two different readings with that. The High Priestess comes in here and says, pay attention. Pay attention. To me, this is the most important thing. Pay attention, because what's going to happen is we're going to share with you some fun stuff that's going to get you rocking and rolling, and it's good. I like this, Pisces. This is very good. This is the beginning of stability. Now, from a happiness perspective, and you're single and you don't want to date anybody, and this has everything to do with joy and travel and freedom, the other things that come in here for you is going to be stability when it comes to the workplace as a potential. Having positive conversations, again, with Aries, first house energy, the Emperor, employment. This is positive. This is a positive reading for you, Pisces. Let me go ahead and pull in an energy card here first, because this is good. This is growth. Whatever it is that you need, whatever Pisces needs, the universe is going to give it to you. Okay? And the universe is going to agree with you. And they're going to do it swiftly. All right, let's see what we have going on here. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Thank you. Whatever you want. The Magician in the Mirror. Whatever you want. Ask for it, Pisces, because it's going to come. Okay? It is your time. It is your time. Thank you for that. Okay, let's grab your Sacred Geometry card here. I like this reading. I really do. This is fantastic. It's exciting. It's excitement. I can't wait. That's the energy of this. I can't wait. This is going to be so awesome. Oh my God. Take hold. Inevitable change is coming. This is positive, 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 positive. It's a master energy also, which means that this is a I don't want to call it karmic. I don't want to get into that in this particular reading. What I will say is that the universe is sharing with you choices, and the universe is giving you blessings for you to make those choices on this journey that you are going to have. You can literally have whatever you want. I'm excited for you, Pisces. So whatever that means to you. If you're married with children, you know, there's growth factor within the home. Again, planning a trip, supporting a child. This is absolute positive growth, and it's coming. So you need to be prepared for it. Again, the only negative that I see, if anything, is your sleep cycle will probably be interrupted when Neptune in Pisces does its alignment a little bit later on this week. But other than that, this is actually a very good reading. Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, please, please, please be very open to your dream space, your meditation, your naps, whatever the case may be, because this week is going to be very heightening for you guys as the water signs to receive information from spirit with so much ease. Okay, let's grab your Earth Magic card. Oh my God. Did Scorpio get the same card? I can't. Everything that was beneath the surface is coming up. This is beautiful. This is the deep stuff that we are needing for you to take advantage of is coming up. We're giving you way more than you asked for. I would go big, Pisces. I would go big. This is huge opportunity. Oh my God, I'm so excited for you. Wow. I don't even know what else to say. All of us collectively are getting ready to go through some major shifts and some major changes. Every single one of us has some exciting things that are going to step forward in our worlds. So as you are looking at my readings, make sure that you come back to them if you need to. You can save them in your playlist or however it is that you want to do it. Come back to it in another week and see how things sort of showed up. Take a look at your sun, your moon, your rising. Know your planetary placements. And if you don't, learn your planetary placements. Learn who your rulers are if you didn't already hear me explain them to you. And if you are looking for a personal opportunity to work with me further, then one of these buttons in this joint somewhere is going to take you to my website. It's very easy to book. You pick your day, you pick the service that you want and your time. Boom, we do the thing through Zoom or through Messenger. So you're always seeing this beautiful face and my melodious voice, and you know who you're talking to. But that's for all my services. And this is just going to be a tremendous week. And so breaking things down week by week is the easiest way to do it, because we have to do things a little bit more slowly and succinctly these next couple of weeks to lock it down before we get to the eclipse period. Because when that happens, things are going to even be a little bit more oddball. So that is what I have for you guys. I am so grateful for you guys to have tapped in and sort of seen a little bit behind the curtain here about how some things can work. And I wish you guys, as always, receiving everything it is that you need, everything that you want and desire, and continuing to find the beauty in all things. Thank you guys so much, and take care. We'll see you next week. Bye. All right. Do, 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 do.